first fatal, the rise of new blood. We got people like that Nathan, Roy, Anthony, Stephen, and Texius, and Darien. Welcome to the chaos, now let us begin.
Last time on Icon's Universe Beta, things were tense as Team B had just completed their rescue training test, and with that miniature arc out of the way, danger after danger, crushing blow after crushing blow, they kept marching forward and made their way to victory. And now they're here. The weekend has arrived. However, a little bit of context before we begin, okay, crew?
Sure. All right.
I don't like how enthusiastic you all were, and it
I
makes
just
me
woke up
uncomfortable.
like 10 minutes ago.
That's fine. I've been up since 7, which is very early for me.
Oh, I went to sleep at like 2.
That's fair.
Anyways,
Cole's the one who keeps order.
I tried.
So let me look at my actual notes because we actually did mark down dates. So
We did?
I did. You guys didn't because you're bad. So the rescue training arc, a little mini arc of 2 games. That took place roughly in October, like I mentioned before. Now, this game right here, there's a bit of another time skip. This one is taking place in, I'd say maybe mid-November. The first year of school for you guys is going to have a bunch of time skips. I'd like to get that out of the way now and let you know we're going to be jumping pretty forward. But as for the rest of your school years, they're going to feel a lot longer. This is our introduction, to say the least. So I want you guys to know that you are in mid-November right now. You guys have been going through just kind of studying the basic stuff about hero history, maybe villains, fighting techniques, things like that. You haven't really had a big test since the rescue training, but you know that there is something coming up called hero versus villain. You don't really know what it is too much, but yeah, you have a decent idea. So with that little context in there, I think it's safe to say that we can officially begin. Now then, I'm going to start off with, who do I want to start off with as my chair squeaks to high heaven? Let's start with, I'll talk to Darien, because Colin Tucker was the one who talked to me about this idea first. Darien.
Hi.
Don't say hi to me, you knew. I'm sorry, I'm so toxic today. I don't know what's gotten into me.
You're very aggressive today, John.
I know.
You should calm down.
I'm calming down now. So, Darien, you had plans during this weekend. You guys wanted to find a time where some of you could get together, you could have some fun and do some stuff. You guys have kind of been caught up with homework, studying, many of your general classes that you still have to take that are required by the government.
Yeah,
So,
those.
Yeah. Like English and normal history and math.
Oh,
and
gross.
Not actual hero stuff. So that's been consuming a good chunk of your life. But now this weekend is pretty free. You guys have finished a bunch of minor tests and quizzes, so you kind of have this little lull period. I guess I want to ask you, what exactly is Darien going to do? What's he going to start off with? Is he going to do anything? Like, what's his plan for the weekend?
Right. So Darien and Alex, and also Belle got a bit on this. We've all got this little secret, right? So after seeing Yue's very, very visible discomfort in her hero suit, which was given to her by her mother,
Sweet, loving mother.
yeah, anyone who has seen her mother in the origin game would know why this is a very uncomfortable thing.
I don't see why, but continue.
Yeah. So, Darien saw that Alex had some experience in making clothes and everything, and probably after talking with her, knows a bit more about that. So, they are all planning to make a hero suit for Yue. and they're probably gonna go to like clothing stores and stuff like that to sort of see what preferences she has and like what she's changing. I mean, as she like when she purchases some clothes, being able to use that to see measurements and stuff like that. So
Mhm.
yeah,
So you guys are going to go to basically more or less you're going to go to a store to find things that UA likes so Alex can design her a proper
Mhm.
hero set.
yeah, and we're probably gonna leave the finishing touches to her, where you just want to
Sure.
get like most of the legwork in for this.
So my question is, I assume you guys are headed off campus into Washington D.C. to
Hmm.
go to stores. All right.
Yeah, we got to see the city in general too.
Yeah. So, I guess, where would you all meet up to make
Um, so how are we going to? I guess what modes of transportation are there between the school and the mainland?
uh well, between the school and the mainland there is a bus route, but no, I'd say it'd be running by then. So yeah, you probably have a bus route that would start at 8 a.m.
All right.
Only have a couple buses. So the next one would probably be around 11. So,
Sure. So,
what are you gonna do?
I guess it depends on how late he sleeps.
Do you want to roll a dice or a die?
You
Sure.
could roll a
10 or
d12.
lower, you sleep in. 11 or higher, you wake up all goody.
All right, I'm pulling up the app right now. I got a
Oh.
19.
You got a 19. All right, yeah, you wake up nice and hungry.
Wow, I'm impressed, Darien.
I'm impressed, Aaron. You lazy sack of shit.
Wow.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Fact.
Look, it's not like anyone's saying it to him. Daring just feels a distant whisper from a disembodied voice in the back of his head.
I keep getting this voice in my head that says,
I keep getting one that says I have to roll initiative and make a bunch of
weird.
checks. Mine is narrating everything. So, I guess, Darren, as you wake up, you see UA probably preparing a small breakfast with the ingredients that you may have gotten from the small general store on the island. I don't know if she's necessarily making anything for you, because I doubt she thinks you'd be awake by then. But
Right.
you see her up and doing stuff.
she
Yeah.
probably notices that I'm up by now. As I let out like a startled gasp. It's another one of those nightmares.
Ooh. She just kind of stops what she's doing. She turns around and is like, "Oh, wow, you're actually awake. Did you have another nightmare again?"
Yeah, same thing.
Same thing. What is this nightmare?
Is this you asking,
You know what?
or
Well,
is
let me
it
ask you:
is it the
have you
DM?
ever told her?
Huh.
Has Darian ever told?
If she's never asked, he's never said anything.
This is probably the first time she's kind of asking. It doesn't seem like there's any specific reason as to why. Just today feels like the day that she's just kind of asking about it, I guess. So she just kind of goes, I don't think you ever really told me what is scaring you, I guess.
That's a complicated question.
Do you want to delve into it, or rather, yeah, I'll leave it up to you. If you want to tell me,
Right.
go for it.
Not the full story, but I'm just remembering some, I don't know, time when I was a student in elementary school.
Yeah.
I was pretty naive, pretty, I guess, idealistic, I'd say.
Hmm.
Covered people's asses one day because there was it was an inner city school, right? So there was teachers are having a bit of a hard time controlling us, especially with the fact that powers are a thing. Um, and people who had the good powers, they kind of ruled the school. Principal never did anything about him, and I stuck my nose into too many people's problems, and look where it got me. I kind of sort of shouldered a lot of that, and it all led up to one day where, yeah.
She kind of leans in. What happened? What do you mean by yeah?
So, the short of it is, I got fucking waterboarded.
She just kind of like takes a moment to process the information, takes like a step back, and is just kind of like, what?
Yeah, Ronnie was the name, I think. Peculiarity was, could basically take any solid liquid or gas and sort of compress it together, or he could layer it over his hand. He instructed my best friend at that point to restrain me. His peculiarity was like he could turn himself into stone, but the problem was he couldn't move the parts of him that had been turned to stone. He put me in an arm lock, turned his arms to stone. They all sort of escorted me to the bathroom. Man. And
she kind of stops you there, and she walks forward, and she's like, I can connect the dots.
yeah.
Kind of puts a hand on your shoulder and is like, I'm really sorry that happened to you, and I'm sorry about asking. I'm sure you don't need to keep thinking about it.
No, this is something you need to get over.
Well, I'm happy you shared with me at least.
Yeah. I just feel like there's I feel like there's some sort of conclusion to this dream. I can't put my mind to it, but I know there's an ending to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's something that feels really important. It's like on the tip of my tongue, but I don't know. I guess I'll just keep diving into this dream until I find the end.
Well, I'll be here with you to help you, remember all that, I guess. Any way I can help. Don't know how I can help, but, I'm going to be here with you.
That's comforting to hear. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Anyways,
Right.
we have plans.
Oh, yeah, you were talking about something, right? He kind of walks back over and just keeps preparing foods.
Yeah, so I mean, I think I told you this a while ago, but I want to see the city, and I want to take you with me. I know Alex and Bill are coming with us. I think we're meeting some people at some place for lunch. Not too clear in the details. I have someone else remembering for me.
It's funny because you can't remember anything. Yeah.
John, what?
Sorry about that. So
Well, it was pretty embers.
Don't you start with me, you son of a bitch. Don't you start with me. I will throw a meteor at the school right now.
You started it. You started the embers.
That is true. All right, fair enough. So Yue's making stuff and you're talking to her. You're having conversations, what humans do. And I guess at this point, we could kind of time skip. Y'all have foods. I don't know what Darien eats. I assume he just kind of feeds off of whatever he can randomly find.
I assume he feeds off the souls of mortals.
Of course.
Dude, he's like,
I was gonna suggest that we just got food when we got to the city, but alright.
I mean,
Val can get food there.
That's gonna be fun.
yeah.
You guys do whatever you want. This is Yue's choice. Darien can do what he wants. Eventually.
Well, I think the thing with Darien is he's trying to be healthier.
So he doesn't eat.
No, that's Yue, not him.
Oh.
So I guess they finish eating or whatever and probably make
Okay.
their way to wherever the bus is.
Yeah, it's by the entrance, so you guys kind of go over there. Belle, I assume you're eventually going to make your way over there. Same with Alex. Is there anything notable that you wanted to mention before you make it to the bus port, or are you Gucci?
This is me, or?
No,
No,
this is
me and
directed
Belle.
to Belle and
Okay.
I
Is
mean,
there anything you wanted to
no.
I
I don't know about him, but
I will take Mason Early, the player of Bell, Mason Bell, and take that overwhelming silence as a yes.
I said no. I said no. I didn't realize. I
Oh,
thought it was
okay.
good.
Your
Goddamn.
mic cuts out.
It was
Not my
not
fault,
us.
baby. Not my fault, baby. So,
It is your fault. Learn
No.
to hear, loser.
oh no,
ow,
Toxic.
gotta
We're all
dish out the
toxic
toxicity.
today.
Yeah.
my hubris. So, eventually, you guys all meet up. The November snow is coming down upon you.
I
It's a
fucking
cloudy
hate-
day, but it's pretty.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what was so funny, Tim, but you guys are all here.
It's snowing.
You're all mentally challenged.
This
So-
school has done more to us than you can ever imagine.
Yeah.
We look at every piece of technology and we think it's the latest model.
Yes.
So, you guys all show up to the bus port. Nothing out of the ordinary has happened. It is currently an open RP unless you're gonna hop on the bus and make your way into the city. What are you gonna do? I am
Hey.
here to guide the story.
Hey guys,
Hey.
do you get anything to eat yet?
No, just kind of woke up and made my way over here. Grab some water though, but
Nice.
I
So,
figured that we could just eat when we get there. I wasn't too worried about it.
yeah, okay. And I guess as they're talking, Darien, I want Darien to just whisper to Alex. All right, plans in section.
Yeah. Alex is kind of just. Is the bus here yet or no?
Yes, it has arrived.
She's kind of just leaning away from it. She just seems
She
very
is-
uncomfortable right now.
She's leaning away from the bus. Now then, ahem. Will you all hop onto the bus? Yes.
Yes.
Alright, let's all hop on top of the bus.
Yeah. Woo!
all right on top of it. It crashes into the bay.
Oh,
You
God.
are all dead now. Roll up new character. Rikter is the lone survivor.
That good, man. That good.
My man is good.
His peculiarity is that he's a badass.
Yeah, we've established.
Peculiarity
this
is I win. It's he wins. He just wins. That's it.
Yeah. No, you worry, Cole. Don't you worry. Now then.
I forgot.
Oh, God.
So, so these buses are kind of like the city tour buses, and the doors open up. All you guys have to do is show them your student ID, and you get free passage.
Nice.
Kind of broken system, but it works.
So you say it's a tour bus. Is there gonna be like some like cheery
Oh,
bus
God.
driver who's like, "Oh, here's Washington."
Is it?
Touchy.
The doors open up.
It's Mr.
Jeez.
A blast of warm heat just
Oh.
goes right past
Oh.
you. The bus driver looks to you and says, "Hi, welcome to the bus tour system. We don't exactly have a name because God didn't come up with one. Welcome everyone, come on board."
What?
Oh,
Enjoy this shit.
welcome aboard. Take a seat.
Epic.
So, because God decided we weren't worth his time, so just sit back.
That's why we're all atheists around here. Why don't you buckle your pretty little katushies up?
Katushi.
Are you gonna buckle your Katushis up?
Very fastly buckle Katushis up. At least for me.
Alex, is it why you were uncomfortable?
She just ignores Darien.
Alex ignores Darien. and
I'm
mutters
going
under
to ignore the idea of buckling up. But I'm going to sit.
Too cool for school.
No, I just want to see where this goes. I just want to see where this goes.
As you guys all sit
I will
down,
join you in your rebellion.
you two don't buckle up. As he's about to drive, he stops.
Aw.
I smell unbuckled.
He turns his head. What do I smell back there? He stands up.
Bell immediately buckles his seat and signals at Darien.
Oh, okay.
Alex just face palms.
There is full-on fear in Bell's eyes. He just signals at Darien immediately.
He looks over to you and then notices that you're buckled. He's like, looks over to Darien. He has not spoken yet. He's just breathing intently.
How may I help you?
He comes forward. He leans in. You see his pupils, or his irises, turn to a bright golden light, and the area around you feels warm. Like it feels overly warm and uncomfortable. Like it's encroaching upon you. His face leans in and he says, I seem to have noticed that your seat is not buckled. Would you mind doing that for me, young man?
Oh, dearie me.
Darien?
he does so in a most slowly and excruciating way.
He does not break eye contact and he does not blink.
I said.
I continue to buckle faster.
Eventually you buckle. All the uncomfortable feeling is gone. He leans back up. He has a bright smile on. He's like, oh, thank you so much for cooperating, sir. And he walks Yue looks to you and is like, well, Darien, don't you know? People that don't buckle themselves are die more than people from villain attacks. That is a statistic I just made up on the spot.
Is that
To
supposed
add
to
more
be?
building.
Is that supposed to be a joke?
I don't know. And so, bus driver sits down. You're all buckled up. Everything's safe. This is great. You're doing great. And the bus pulls a U-turn. I don't think it's illegal in the District of Columbia. And,
What?
it's illegal in New York. I don't think it's illegal in Columbia. So.
You can just make it canon in this world if IRL it.
Yeah,
It
exactly.
is canon now. And the
Heroes
bus
has
is
changed its society so much that it doesn't matter anymore.
You can even U-turn.
Yeah.
even U-turn. So bus turns around and heads into the city. Now, let's give you a little bit of a visual of what you guys are going to see. Washington, D.C. is different than it currently is in our timeline. While I haven't finished the world-building document for it, I have 16 pages of information right now.
Holy oh, wow.
I'm maybe halfway through it, so that should be enough to give a basis of what the city's like.
I'd hope so.
Ahem. Now then, I guess to put it simply, Washington, D.C. has quite literally tripled in size. Like, it is tripled. Now, the Washington High School of Heroes is located kind of like in the middle of the Herring Bay. And technically, I believe you guys are in Maryland, not Virginia. I got that confused. Now, there is a massive bridge connected to the man-made island school and all the way to the city. And so the bus is currently riding over the bridge. It has to pass by Mr. Touchy and get its clearance as he monitors the bridge. He checks the ID. The two have a very interesting conversation, and then eventually the bus driver keeps on going. And yeah, that's kind of your way of leaving the school, and you come into the city. Washington, D.C. has advertised itself as the city where heroes are made. Since the Washington High School of Heroes is the biggest hero campus in the world, or in the United States, one of the biggest in the world.
Not the brightest.
Wow. Wow. So,
Hey.
I changed my alt account to Void, and everyone just becomes so
I-
toxic. I don't get it.
I take almost personal offense to that, except I don't. So I guess it doesn't matter, and we continue on. So with Washington, there are a lot of hero agencies scattered about. There are many heroes that patrol through here. There is a Hero Land theme park. It's basically this world's equivalent to Disney World, more or less, except it's just centered around the icons and many other things like that. It's still currently open, even though it's the winter. And I guess I'll leave the rest as fun things for maybe you to explore. I guess
All
that's the big stuff that you're going to see at first. You can see the bright lights of the theme park off in the distance, and you can see the sprawling megacity that is DC. So the bus will eventually drop you off just at a normal bus port. I don't think it's going to take you anywhere specifically. I said it looks like a tour bus, but it isn't exactly a tour bus. It's just kind of quick transport across the bridge.
Oh, so is this like just does this bus driver want to be a tour guide? And it
I
never
know.
came to be.
Roll an awareness check. What'd you
Okay,
get?
one sec. What's his awareness again?
You don't remember? How could you?
I
Well,
have
I
all your
got-
stats memorized. Come on, dude.
Well, I got a 19, so
Oh, well, okay. Let's see how it is. So, you're noticing that as he's driving, he looks off to many of the areas, and he seems to be mouthing stuff to himself and pointing as though he's practicing, like he's attempting to be a tour guide, but not saying anything aloud. And then he looks down in shame to himself occasionally, and then eventually stops, puts on the happy face, is like, "This is your stop, boys and girls. Thank you all for being splendid guests."
as I walk by, I say, "I know your secret."
He goes, "Oh no! Whatever will I do?" And you leave the bus. I'm going to give this character a name and flesh him out one day. I'm going to give him a whole character arc. That is my mission.
And thus, it was born.
And thus it was
We
born.
won't.
So, you guys are in the city. I'm going to leave it up to you. What do you want to do? Where do you want to
hit-
go? At the
Hit
shop?
hit the clothing stores, man.
I
I
want
need
to make
my-
sure there's anything else.
Was
I
the
need to
intended
see
goal.
that color splash clothesline.
So you make your way in, and you make your way into the nearest store, which I believe is called DC Suits and Services. It functions as a hero agency as well, but it's mainly for hero gear and kind of creating support items and things like that.
Oh,
Now,
that's cool.
you can go here if you want, or you can go to a normal clothing store. It's up to you.
I guess I look to Alex. So what's the plan?
I'm just gonna roll a dice. As everything is determined by dice. We'll just go to a normal clothing store first to kind of gauge what she wants. Like,
okay.
kind of her interest.
You
If we're just gonna start jumping like right into it, I'm gonna grab a coffee real quick.
All right.
If we're just gonna go ahead, I'm gonna grab a coffee.
in real life, or
No, the game. Don't
Okay.
go grab a coffee.
Yes.
Why the hell would I get up and go grab a coffee right now and mention it?
I don't know. You want a coffee?
Man needs a coffee.
I don't know.
I
I got a coffee. I got a pot of coffee here. I want more coffee. Can we get that guy? Could you work at the slop stop, please?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Okay, we'll keep going. We're gonna keep going.
Oh my God, we're gonna talk about these items soon.
Yeah, keep going. Keep going.
So, you can get our coffee at Colin's Coffee Cup. There are other places like McDonald's that may still sell.
Is there a John Bucks around here?
There is indeed a John Bucks.
All right, Alex, you want a coffee?
No thanks. I don't drink coffee.
Are you all going to follow Bell?
Like a water or something? Or something to drink? Something to eat?
Yeah, sure, yeah.
All right, let's go.
So I assume you're all moving as a herd.
Yeah, probably.
We'll go into John Bucks real quick.
Yeah,
As you guys
I'll grab a coffee.
As you guys go into John Bucks, I rolled something a little fun. You notice that it's a little packed because it's early in the morning and everybody needs their John Bucks. And God damn it. You notice that as you guys walk in your little group, a few people turn, and some of the very much younger crowd stand up. One of the kids looks over and is like, "Yo, shit! Is that Dispassionate? Dude!" And this guy walks over to you, Darien, and is like, "Oh my God, I never thought I'd see you in person. Can I get your autograph?"
Okay.
Alex
Visibly
whispers
confused.
to herself, "God fucking damn it."
And you see a few other people being like, "Whoa, someone famous is here!" And they start to horde around you all.
I wouldn't consider myself famous. Or
I'm
more-
just gonna whisper to Darien, dude. Just what do you want? What do you want?
Get the fuck
I'll
out
get
of
it. Just go.
Go!
I-
Buy a hoodie, wear it. Oh my God.
Dude, I'll just have a normal coffee. I'm fine.
Just what size? What size?
Just pick one for me. I gotta man, all these people.
Okay,
They're
run.
all like,
Just run.
Get the fuck out! Run! Oh, you still can!
They're like grabbing at Darien, and then some of them look over and like, one young woman actually looks over and is like, "Wait a minute, I think I recognize your face." And she walks over to Alex and says, "Are you the number 2 hero's daughter? Are you Alex Albright? Is that right?"
Yeah, I am.
Oh my God, that's so cool. I'm a really big fan of your mother's.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm a bit awkward. It's cool to see you. And
Go stand in line.
Belle goes over and stands in line and begins to order. And then a few other people hear number 2. They look over to Alex and
For
notice,
fuck's sake.
"Oh crap! Another famous person!"
This was the worst
And then
idea
one
that I could
person-
have ever made. Or the worst decision I could have made to come with you. Jesus Christ.
Oh no!
Oh,
One
okay.
person rises from the crowd.
I'm just gonna put it. I'm just gonna put it in order. Okay.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna get Alex. Does Alex like orange juice?
I asked
Cole,
for
would
a
you
water
like to
earlier.
work- Cole, would you like to
Okay.
have a part-time job at John?
Can I get it? Oh God, you are gonna make this as painful as possible.
It's not my slop sub character. This is a whole different mood, right?
This is a whole person. A whole
different
Okay.
feel for John Bucks.
John.
It's a Cole working man's character. I know this is gonna be hilarious, and I'm not gonna be able to breathe.
That's coffee. No.
Anyone wants some coffee? I just made a fresh pot.
coffee. No,
I got thirsty on the way to the desk, so I drank it all. But I'm making a new one.
John Bucks doesn't match the intensity of the slop stop.
It never can.
I don't think anything
No
ever.
one can. No
Well.
one can. Maybe a bloodthirsty Grimgore, but otherwise no one can.
The passing Grimgore.
Chili guy.
Would you like to place your order as your friends are being pawed at?
All right, so I'm going to order a bottle of water for Alex,
Mm-hmm.
and 2 large coffees.
Mm-hmm. Would you like anything in the coffees?
Up to you.
How do you take a coffee?
Remember last time we went to a coffee shop? I don't care anymore.
Yeah,
They all taste the fucking same.
we'll just get 2 black coffees.
Yeah.
2 large black coffees.
Okay.
That's it.
Would you like any sort of pastries with that?
What do you got actually?
I'll have
Oh,
a
we
cake
got
pop.
this fine selection of pastries if you follow me over this way.
Alex, do you want a pastry?
Alex is currently being sworn.
Alex does not respond.
Alex!
Alex continues to not respond.
Are you okay?
Titanic in the crowd of people.
All right,
Like one
Bell's gonna go hear what pastries they have.
I turned my voice into a loudspeaker. One at a time!
He said all at a time! Let's get him!
Shit.
Well, we got
I'll be
the cheese
there.
Johnish, we got the cinnamon John, we have the honey John, we have the John tarts.
John tarts.
Yeah, John Tart sounds good.
I ran out of fancy pastries.
I'll get a John tart for Darien.
Mhm.
Yue, you want anything?
Oh my god.
Belle, I'm gonna be completely honest. I can't hear you right now. Belle, I'm sinking!
Okay, I'm gonna tell the person. Hold on for 1 minute. I'm gonna go get you.
Oh my god.
Quick.
Are you gonna pull her out?
Yep.
Joint effort, pal. Let's do this.
Belle's like climbing on top of Darien. Quickly to higher ground!
To the high ground.
Who the fuck are these people?
Step 8, Darien. Freedom.
You pull Yue out of the crowd. She's like, oh, thank you. No, I don't want anything.
As John, as they pull Yue out of the crowd, I just look to them like, come on, really?
I'll roll an awareness.
My throat is so dry right now. I've been coughing.
I'm just here to
So
just
I'm
here
gonna,
to serve
I'm gonna
up
go over.
coffee.
I'm gonna get a John tart for Darien. I'll get a cinnamon John for me.
Okay.
Alex,
God,
sure you don't want anything?
She can't hear you.
I'm gonna walk closer to Alex.
Oh my god.
Belle
do
is
you want
like
anything?
riding on top of the crowd. He's swimming.
I rolled a 17. Do I even see Alex?
That's a really good question. I'm gonna roll
Right,
something.
Alex, I'm just gonna assume you want a cinnamon John. Make that 2 cinnamon John.
You see Alex hair, but she's just sinking.
Alright. I try to wait for the
now I'm
crowd.
just gonna go pay.
You go and pay.
I'll wait through the crowd and try to pull this poor woman out.
All right, how long is that gonna be?
Alright, so that'll be 2 large black coffees, 1 water, 1 John tart, 2 cinnamon Johns, and then that'll be it for you today.
I'm starting.
Alright, just a moment, sir. And then for like the next 5 minutes, like one hand is up in the air doing nothing, and the other one is just rapidly tapping on the screen.
It's like an art form.
It really is. Like, honestly, like, you're kind of impressed how quickly they're tapping through. Just
Every couple seconds, Belle's looking over at the crowd, just kind of profusely sweating. He's like, "Oh shit." He's like,
I think he has to make eye contact with Belle. He's just doing this from memory.
Yeah, it's just memory.
Oh my god.
Darren's gonna take a step outside to draw.
"If you can
like,
make it to the door."
Trying to draw enough people out of the place. Hello. How do I get this
I'm just gonna tell the person at the counter. Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna try my hardest to push people out of the way of the door.
Alex, as
What do I have to roll? Do I have to roll anything for that? Or?
Oh no, I'll have you do your roll in a second. I want to go to Alex because she wanted to. Tim wanted to describe her reactions to all this. Alex, you are absolutely being swarmed. You can't see Darien anymore, but you think they're dragging him down as well.
Right.
Yue is like riding on his shoulders, like swatting at them with a notebook. Back!
She got back to the crowd. We got her out.
She tried to save Darien. It didn't work.
It's in vain. Save yourself. Memes.
What's Alex's reaction to this?
So slowly, as everyone kind of just like crowds around her, she starts kind of whispering to herself, "Please leave me alone, please."
Just whispering.
Well, I mean, it doesn't matter how loud she talks; no one's gonna hear her. So I mean,
It falls on deaf ears.
yes.
No one can hear you.
And Alex kind of falls to the ground for a second.
The crowd just silences and takes a step back.
And you see her hair kind of start taking a light gray hue as wind kind of soars around the entire coffee shop, causing some things to fly around, maybe hit some people, stuff like that. Yeah.
I'm gonna say the napkins are going nuts, and it kind of looks like a rave now.
Please be
Party!
hard to restock this time of year. Just keeps punching in through this whole interaction.
The girl just falls to the ground, starts using her peculiarity. Excuse me, ma'am.
Just careful with the wind. The pastries are hard to restock.
You know, you lift up a couple Cinnamon Johns and they go flying. One person's like, "Yo, what's with this weird and just it lands in their mouth like, "Oh shit, free food."
You have to pay for that, sir.
Ah, fuck nuggets. No.
No.
You see, walks over to the desk. His girl has panic attack.
Whoa, yo.
So
And
Alex,
as Alex realizes what's kind of going on, she tries to, as fast as possible, doesn't matter if she has to shove people out of the way to get outside.
Sure. Roll me a quick strength check. It shouldn't be that hard because I think most people are gonna.
Oh, nat 20.
Okay.
Go!
She's like shaking for a moment, and then her eyes open up, and they've completely glazed over. She's filled with power, and she bounces around the walls, Gran Torino style, and just shoots out the door.
That is great.
It's got like the Roadrunner sound effects. You hear a distant meteor beeping. And you're outside, Alex.
And she's
You
just
okay,
gonna
girl?
try to move away from the people's view so no one can see her.
John,
And
I
she's
gotta
just
ask
kind
the
of
real
waiting.
questions here.
Huh?
John, I gotta ask the real questions here. What's the ETA on our shit? How's that go?
What do you mean, ET?
On your order?
Estimated time, something like that. I can't remember the full ETA.
Oh, I think you have your order. I think
do
it's
we
all
have it? All right.
ready.
All right, I'm gonna. Okay,
Have you
so
grabbed it?
I'm
Yeah.
gonna run as fast as I can, grab Darien, and just get out.
Yue's being grabbed by the people. She's like holding on to Darien's hand. One of them screams, "Take a hostage! We won't let them escape!"
Jesus Christ!
Okay,
These people
you
are
ain't-
Guys are so
savages.
toxic.
You ain't hold the pastries with the coffee. I'll get us out of here.
Oh, Jesus, this happens every week. And then they go over a PA system. There's a buy one, get one free sale on Johnos Jabonchinos.
Thank you, Cole. I appreciate you so much right now.
That's so great.
Oh, Cole is the glue that keeps the icons. He is
Okay,
glue.
so so I'm just gonna say right now, any shop we go into, the person running it has to be voiced by Cole.
Yeah,
Yes.
he's the shopkeep character.
This is the best idea
There's a
you've
shop
ever
that
had,
needs to be
Mason.
run. I'm there, alright?
Dude, it's like the nurse joy of icons.
We're accidentally gonna end up in a red light district, and then Cole's gonna voice every character.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. And so, you pull Yue out of the crowd, you slam the doors behind you, and they're all like clawing at it. It's like a scene where maybe Rick Grimes locks a door and the zombies are on the other side like clawing at it.
Man, they've never been this bad.
Did the crowd respond to the sale? John.
Oh yes, you said it out loud.
Yeah,
As
dude,
you-
over a PA system.
As they're clawing at the door, you say that, and then they stop. Look to you. A single tear may roll down your eye. They
No,
charge forward and
they
it's
start moving. This person like takes a hand and like swipes it across the John Buck's brim of the company hat.
We
like, all right.
Okay, so Darien,
It's time
Bell,
for
and Yue
John
all look in
Bucks.
horrified. We look in horrified. We just see the person behind the counter, and we're horrified what they have to do.
I'm like, you're my hero.
Yeah, if you see them and like pay attention for a moment or two, you see that they're just moving abnormally fast and just pounding out caramel Giannacinos, just
my
left
God.
and right.
I don't pay enough.
We're 45 minutes in, and this is what's happened, and I could not be happier.
This is
All right,
this is
let's-
speed.
let's-
This is icons,
I
alright?
say we
This is
keep
icons at
going.
its heart.
I say we keep
So,
going.
I'm gonna give Alex her water. I'm gonna give her one of the cinnamon johns. I'm gonna say I probably should have told you all to stay outside. That I didn't know that would happen. I didn't know how many people were inside. Next time, let's all. How about we all wear hoodies? How about we all just wear hoods and no
Hey,
one
I'm
says
fine.
We all gotta
I'm fine with
disguise
that.
ourselves.
Alex is like hiding underneath the bench on
Yeah.
the street.
She's very
like-
much just sitting there. Looks just out of. I don't know what the analogy is. Like just not.
out of body.
Yeah, out of body. Just kind of
so-
sitting
Now,
underneath the
then
table.
I'm gonna give Darien his coffee and his. What did you get?
I don't even remember. Oh yeah,
John
I think it was
Tart.
John Tart. Yeah.
Yeah, it was John Tart.
Yeah.
Oh god.
I make my way over to Alex. Like, so what was that?
Give me
Also,
one
are you
second,
okay?
Colin. Okay. Alex kind of just shakes her head for a second as Darien starts speaking to her, and she kind of, I don't know how to describe this. She looks very uncontempt, like she's very uncomfortable, and she's kind of sweating a little bit. And she looks towards Darien and it's kind of like, I don't even know anymore, man.
Hey, are you okay?
She kind of rubs her forehead and starts twirling at her hair to try to calm herself down.
Hey, guys, let's just like take a break, sit on the bench for a moment.
Yue will kind of rub her shoulder and then walk over and rest her arms on the railing, on one of the railings on the street, and just look out into the herring bay. And that's what she'll do, the only NPC.
I'm gonna. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm
What you gonna
talk. This is an interaction we've never had before. These two characters have not talked once. I'm gonna go over to UA.
Oh no.
Aww.
No.
Oh no!
Belle, sip it.
Dude, it's like it's like
Let's
fucking
not
8
snipping,
episodes.
I'm
Yeah,
just walking over there. Fuck
I'm
it.
sorry. I'm sorry.
Now let's
It's
simple.
just-
John,
Any movement
calm
towards
yourself.
any movement towards her, I just I fire the sirens.
Sip the siren.
I'm gonna.
Voice back for your head.
I'm just gonna walk over. So that was wild.
Yeah, that was a whole ordeal. How are you doing?
I think I'm doing good. I didn't really take the brunt of that, but
Yeah,
yeah.
that's
Does that happen often where you, whatever places you and Gary go?
so. Here's the lovely thing about our relationship is that wherever he goes, where this could happen, I typically don't follow. So usually he's swarmed by himself. This was the first time I kind of got dragged into the mix, and I think I saw my life flash before my eyes, and it
You get
makes
used
me
to it.
realize how mundane it was. Just kind of looks down. Huh.
Are you sure you're all right?
Oh, probably not, but that's okay.
Probably not.
Just
Sure
smile.
Are you sure you didn't want anything from anywhere?
No, that's fine. I'm actually really content right now. I'm not really that big of a coffee drinker. I drank a lot of water before we came out. And I'm not really big on those very carb-filled sweets. She just kind of keeps looking off into the herring bay. Hard. What's up?
Hard.
I guess I'll just look with her. I'll just look at the back.
The water's very pretty, the waves are still rushing to the shoreline, and the snow is falling and kind of melting on it right away. Very nice, very pretty. So, I guess with that, is there anything else anyone wants to do, or we can kind of time skip the little break?
Want to die.
Wow. Jump out the bridge. Let's jump into the harbor.
Ark shows up. That can be arranged. Pew pew.
I'm gonna say I have limited edition hero cards in my pockets to the crowd inside of their
Oh god.
They bust through the wall. Get him!
It's like World
Drown
War
him in the
Z.
Yeah.
That's your crowd. It's a World War
They
Z
leave
war.
my money and debit card in my wallet. They just take the car. They don't even mug me. They just take
Looks
the
to the
car.
credit card. Oh, this is useless. Throws it. So, I guess with this little time break going, you guys wait a certain amount of time till Alex calms down. Alex, would you say you'd feel better? When do you think Alex would feel better, Tim?
I'd give it.
Next year.
Yeah, next year. I'd give it
Come on, we got school tomorrow, right?
probably like 10 minutes because she doesn't really want to hold up what's going on.
Oh, I was gonna say 40 minutes, but that all right. Epic.
10 minutes is still a lot.
A lifetime.
However
Hey,
long
man.
it takes to finish at least the pastries.
Hey man, I took a while in those scenarios. But, I guess now at this point, let's see. So I guess you guys have all kind of settled down, and so some of the crowd have finished their and are just looking through the window. One is just looking directly towards Darien and is licking the glass.
Oh my god.
Yikers.
They're some of your special fans.
Man, I want to get canceled so badly.
I've never wanted to be canceled so badly in all my life. And I guess, do you guys go to a generic clothing store or the DC Suits and Services?
Which one's less crowded?
All right, roll. Everyone roll an awareness check. Cole can roll one just for funsies.
Heck yeah.
Rikter will come into play in a little bit.
Nope.
I got
Rikter is now dead.
Natural
17.
Rikter burps in the distance. Oh no. Horrifying horde mounting the wall.
That's all John bucks.
What'd you get, Colin?
17.
Okay. Bell, what'd you
Monster,
get?
you started the yawn train.
What do I roll again?
No, just awareness if you want. You don't have to. I think Colin already got it.
I'll do it.
Okay. Whatever.
Alright then.
Alright, that's a 21.
Oh,
Alex.
16.
So Bell sees the best.
21.
Oh my
please,
God.
please
I
don't
remember.
bring that back.
Why is that nostalgic? Okay, so we cut to a little bit in the future, and Bell is like rushing forward. He's using like forms of sign language to communicate with the group. He moves forward, does like a roll through the street, and makes his way to the window and peers
Guys,
inside.
we have winter coats. We can just put the hoodies on.
Honestly, I'm probably the only one that can really walk normally through the streets.
Yeah.
No one
He's-
cares about me.
It's just a Black Ops mission. You look
Yeah.
inside, and Suits and Services has a lot of people, but that's because it's a significantly bigger store. And let's say the generic shop is. That's my thinking noise. We'll call it, just because Gavin joined the call, I'm gonna name it after him, Gavin Shitshow. So that's the name of the clothing store.
Man, the names here are so creative.
That's like
There's actually a store that is named John.
the sound, like when we open the door. You know how some shops, when you open the door, it makes a sound to let them know someone's coming in.
Shit.
No, it's just Gavin going, like what he just did.
Open store.
Oh,
It's just sound bites of Gavin.
I go
Every time something goes wrong.
dude,
Ah, shit. Just
It's just a bunch of pictures of Gavin and Alan in Crusader costumes.
Oh.
Just, you know,
an
the
episode
models
of
that they
an
have?
episode of Can. The episode of like a freaking Cam Man is on.
Oh my god.
So,
It's the gay.
you guys
Yes.
walk into the store. It's basically like Kohl's, just smaller, just significantly smaller.
Nice.
like It's like a quarter the size. It's a nice side street shop. And Cole, you can be the shopkeep because we have declared you are every shopkeeper.
Yeah.
It's great.
You guys walk inside.
Let me just get a look. Hi, how are you? Welcome to Gavin's Shit Show. How can I help you today?
Yeah. I guess first off, yeah, you have a color splash clothesline.
Like, thinks very deep in thought for an unnecessary amount of time.
Sure. I dig it.
I think so. I
The camera
so-
pans over to a massive wall of colors. It's not even hidden. It's just right there.
Oh wow, I didn't see that.
don't know. I was right. See, it's right there.
Oh, thank you.
No problem.
I guess Darien looks to Alex and like, this is not my area of expertise, women's clothes. So we take it from here.
Yeah, you're right. I kind of walk up to the shopkeep and I ask if he you got any changing rooms or anything.
It's right over that way. And he points towards one of the sides of the building where there's a sign above it that says, "Maybe not a shit show." Hey,
nice-
you're gonna be
you got a
in
nice-
dressing rooms.
You got a nice theme to your store, sir.
Thank you very much. I try to keep it balanced.
I walk over to Yue. I kind of just take her hand and we walk over to the.
I didn't give consent, Albright.
You can't hold hands without
fucking sword like the Exorcist.
That's illegal.
This doesn't sound like 6 feet away, you son of a bitch.
You violated the law.
Now you
Let's
would
get
be.
along. Flames are getting scared of their people.
Oh God! All right,
6
so you
inches
take
away.
her
Is that enough?
You take her hand and you go where?
We go over to the woman's like clothing section.
Humans.
Yeah, women's, whatever you want to call it.
Go to the humans.
The women's.
Clams.
There's the fen and the fumin. So you're over here.
Mhm.
I guess what do? You look around.
I say, okay, so just, pick out like what you think is, what you think would look good on you, your sizes, all that kind of stuff. Just make sure you keep that in mind, I guess. And yeah.
Okay. She'll begin to look around. Darren, I want you specifically to roll me an awareness check. No one else.
Okay.
That wasn't kind of random or pushy at all.
Just you. No.
Fine. I got a
wanted you all
19.
to
I
feel
guess.
incredibly sad that you couldn't roll an awareness check. Did I succeed? Are
I
you
got
all
a-
set?
I got a 19.
Oh, that's. Oh wow! All right.
That's the number.
I got a high awareness.
So, Aaron, you're kind of looking over, and yet, well, you may not know that much about women's clothing and fashion. You do kind of notice that Yue seems to still be looking towards more of the traditional fancy dresses, and not towards anything else.
Hmm.
Ooh.
Do you want to roll an intellect check?
Of course, with my 3 in intelligence.
Oh,
Big
no,
smart.
Darian's an idiot.
Big brain.
Big
I,
right.
Yes,
I have 5 in intellect.
He just has to try harder than everyone. But he on a 12.
I think that's Adam.
Oh, God. Attacking the man, and he's muted himself. Can't even defend.
No, I said
So,
Adam has to try hardest because he's
Oh,
best boy.
okay. Oh, okay. Good.
Yeah.
Good. He is the best boy.
Gotta
So-
try harder with
Best
my mind.
I guess with an intellect check like that, I don't want to phrase it exactly. Mm,
Oh.
you notice that Yue just hasn't really seemingly given any other clothing option really a chance, and she almost immediately went over to the fancy items. The stuff that her mother would have made her wear.
Yeah. I pat her on the shoulder.
Hi.
Yeah. I guess I take a look at some of like the modern streetwear.
That is on the opposite side.
She
Yeah.
vows to the streets.
So at this point, I'm gonna go I'm gonna go away from UA for a second with Darien just to talk to him about something.
Yeah. I mean, I'm currently like in the middle of something here, but yeah.
No, that's fine. We'll
Yeah.
we'll do
Yeah.
weird time anomalies.
Well, I figure at the time where you're looking at more more casual streetwear, while she's still trying to look at fancy stuff.
Yeah.
I talk to you. 'Cause she's
Alright.
looking at that. All right. So, I get why we're out here. We're trying to find stuff that she's interested in, likes for her hero costume. But is it really right to go right away to specifically clothing and stuff if that's something that's kind of been ingrained from her from the start? Shouldn't we find out? Shouldn't we go to more places to find out what she's generally interested in and narrow it down from there?
Yeah, you might be right about this, but I guess seeing as we're here already,
Well, I know that. I mean, we'll look around here for a bit, but I feel like instead of going directly to another clothing store, maybe go around a bit and see what she's generally interested in,
oh yeah, of course, yeah,
and then maybe loop back around on the way back to school.
yeah, we still have that hero store to check out. So like we can
Cool.
probably loop back there at the end. Good
Cool.
idea though. Yeah. And then I guess I'll make my way over to UA and then tap her on the shoulder and then.
Yes! Dear!
Audible.
What are you
Yes!
doing over here?
Reaction shot.
Grabs dress, pulls it down, looks to the side, blush.
Wait, what? You're already.
Literally every anime movement I can think of.
What?
Kawaii.
Multiple yes. Blush. So,
You slightly
Yeah,
look
well-
over and see Phoenix trying on dresses, just going like this in the mirror.
he walks over to the person
He's
at the
just-
counter, and he's kind of like, "You think this one goes with my eyes?
I think you could pull it off.
You really think so?
I do. You're quite handsome.
You're always there for me, Howard.
I
That's
tell
your name now."
you.
He looks over and notices the kids. He's like, "Oh shit." He puts the dress down on the table and he just says, "Would you keep this? Would you hold this for me?"
Sure thing. It's a business expense.
He covers his face and quickly begins to make his way out of the building. He is
Darien,
so Rex.
Darien thinks to himself, Cloud is the only dude who looks good in women's dresses. And I'll hold you to that.
He runs out of the store. This is canon.
This is, of course, canon.
Oh dear. Just
Oh no.
Dude. Half the memes of the internet and icons must be made of him.
I'm positive they are. So
that's real.
Yeah.
you tappeth Yue upon thy shoulder, thine schnitzel.
Schnitzel.
Well, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, I guess I point to the like more modern clothes section. Like, I think you look good in those.
You think so?
Yeah. I'm gonna check
Okay,
out.
I'm gonna do something because you know what? I think it's gonna be funny.
Alright.
Belle, Darien, since you two are next to her, Alex, where are you currently? Are you with them, or are you just kind of hanging out by yourself?
She's kind of by herself, just taking a breath after the experience she just had, and kind of looking at hats to try to disguise herself.
Okay, you're kind of sitting down near the hat rack. Belle, Darien, roll me an awareness check, both of you.
Alright. What'd you?
What'd you get, Darien?
16.
What'd you get, Belle?
Oh shit, that was my +3 modifier. I had to change that.
Oh no!
So
Wait,
add
what'd you get,
5
Belle?
to that.
Well,
Okay, Belle, you're not going to hear too much. Darien, you will. Because I think it's funny. I'm going to do this. Darien, you hear Yue really mumble under her breath. I wonder if Rikter would like it.
Oh my god!
Oh my god, I am a
Dude.
fucking snack out here.
Spicy!
Oh, I am aroused.
John, do I just hear Rikter? Do I just hear like Rikter?
Roll me another awareness, dude.
No, no, you said I heard some,
Hair
you said I heard some of it. Can I just hear like I wonder and Rikter?
Yes, you know what? Screw it. I think it's funny. Why not? We'll see
I
where it goes.
clean myself up here to the hair.
I gotta be real. Oh,
Anyways.
my God, long hair. Do you see that boy?
Get the lighting going, you know? Oh.
Anyways, Darien.
What does Darien do before we go to Belle's reaction?
Hey.
Darien puts on the smuggest smile you've ever seen him.
You see Yue slowly turn to you, the eyes as tiny as could be, and just looks back toward the modern dresses and says,
You cut out there.
You cut out super hard.
"Oh, my apologies." She looked over to Darien. Her eyes and pupils were just incredibly small. And then just looked forward again and just went over to dress and said, "This one looks nice. Let's go with this one."
Sure.
She has gone beyond the point of red that her face has become purple. Like she has transcended color.
I'm banging, dude. I'm banging.
Oh, you're banging all right, boy.
Banging. 4 ways to 1. Banging.
Not the puns.
So
Belle, what was your reaction to I Wonder and Rikter?
obviously, this will lead to Icon's fanfiction. Obviously.
Oh yeah,
Obviously.
I expect concept art of Rikter shirtless, 6-pack and all.
When sparkles in the background and doves
Full of
flying.
shad.
Shirtless,
You know?
he's got an 8-pack, he's riding a horse, he's got his sword,
Brushing his hair back, you
flowing
know?
hair.
Oh yeah. Oh
It's
yeah.
like that blue
There's lightning in the background, he's fighting an army of the undead.
Little
He's just looking
chin,
triumphant on top
sword
of
The
out.
manliest of men.
He's fighting an 8-headed bear. It's
At age like. And like the subtitle is he's 15.
He's
No, the subtitle is he's banging in more ways than one.
no more offense.
So, Belle, you wanted to notice those words. I guess what was your reaction?
I said I just noticed those words. They don't really mean anything. I'm kind of confused because I've just barely heard it. I just heard a couple things. I was like, why Rick? I was kind of thinking to myself like, why Rikter? Why does Rikter have to do this? Oh. Like Rikter?
Why Rikter? I'm the hottest kid in school.
No, it's just like why Rikter? Whatever.
He's
Not
my
my business. It's like not my business. Stelly's cooler, but like you know.
I love it.
Opinion.
All mechanics.
I just kind of hear. I was like, look at Darius, like, whatever.
So the picture that, or the clothes Yue pulls out, Colin, I'm just gonna say they're similar to her hero costume that I drew for her.
Yeah, sure.
It's kind of that floral type bandaged shirt design
Mm.
with I don't know, what would you call that? Are those like sweatpants? Like what are they? Like short
They're
sweatpants?
kind of like they're kind of like short sweatpants.
All right, so she kind of gives you stuff like that to work with.
Yeah. I guess. Wait. So does she like come out of the changing room with this on?
No, she just kind of pulls the shirt. Do you want her to get changed with it?
Yeah, sure.
So my mind was processing it as I was breathing in to speak the sentence. I was like, oh, well, might as well go ahead.
John, we should add a stat and icons called Simp Magnet.
I'm okay with this.
I think that's just charisma though.
Simp level is 100.
Simp effect.
Simp.
Wait, is Anthony in this chat right now?
Sympathy.
I mean.
Oh wait, are you streaming, Cole?
Yeah. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
that's he texted me out of nowhere and just said, "John, don't think
I
here."
know what's happening.
Sorry, I'm fucking banging, alright? I can't stop that.
Okay, man. I don't expect you to ever stop your epicness because you are master gamer. Now, Yue will grab these clothings and she'll walk into the changing room. Takes 16 minutes.
Hours.
16 minutes.
Pretty much 12 hours.
Pretty much 12 hours.
That's
Yeah,
basically.
Around that time, Darian's just kind of like taking a look at the color splash clothesline and is like, "Oh, this looks cool," and he's just like getting some of those items.
Yue finally comes out.
Noise.
She's in the suit. She's got her hair all done did as per usual, and there you go. What do you want from me? There's a woman who changed into a new pair of clothing. I don't know what you expect from me to do.
All right.
That's the sound of me losing right there. That's what that was.
Darian looks at him and he's like, "Wow, you pulled it off. That's." And I guess he also takes a look at the necklace and he's like, "Your necklace goes well with it too."
Hey, Mason.
Yep.
You know the scene in My Hero 2 Heroes, the first movie? Where
I know the first movie too. Count me in.
Oh, do you? Oh,
Let me in on this, please, please.
Please include me.
I'm desperate for attention.
What scene?
it's where they're all like in their fancy clothes, and Decker just comments on Uraka like, "Wow, you look good, like really good," and she's just waving her hand like, "Oh, Decker's, you flattered me." That's more or less what's happening here. Just that whole scene. So that's kind of her reaction for you, buddy, old pal.
Yeah, and I'm like, no, seriously, look at yourself in the mirror.
Okay. She walks over to the mirror. Her opinion of herself is slightly above average.
You
No.
don't give yourself enough credit.
Well, if you think I look nice, then that's cool. I like the look.
Slightly above average. Nice.
Life
Yeah.
goals here, man.
Is Alex here?
Yes!
Yeah,
She's in the door.
She picks up a hat, and it's a "I love Washington" hat.
Oh,
Just try to seem like just like a tourist or something. She just doesn't want to be noticed at all. And she's
Is it
kind
like
of
one of the baseball caps?
yeah, like a baseball cap. And she's kind of writing down notes in her notebook about kind of what UA has picked so far, like in terms of what she has picked. As Darien approaches, I guess. I assume that's what he's doing anyway.
the approaching.
Yes.
Directed by M. Night Shyamalan.
That does sound like something you would make.
I'm gonna walk over to like the hoodies and shit, like jackets.
Dude, you're gonna walk over to the fucking hoodies? Alright,
No.
you pick up a fucking hoodie.
I'm just gonna walk over and look around.
There is a Rising Phoenix hoodie that is quite literally his costume. There are a few other hero branded ones like that.
Darien
And some
scoffed at that one.
Darien looked to that and almost threw up. Because he's an
Bell
asshole.
threw Darien out the building.
We're not friends anymore.
Listen, Dylan, my mom says that my pizza bagels are ready. I don't think we should be friends anymore.
Directly into the sternum and launch him into the atmosphere.
Dodge!
Oh my god. Alright, Darien, you walk up to Alex. What do you do, mother trucker?
I guess well, I guess she's already. I can already tell she's focused on Yue because I guess I take a look at the contents of her notes.
Yeah, it's kind of just
read
like
a woman's note.
on like the clothes she picked. I'd say
Okay.
so far, like just kind of writing
Yay,
down what she has
shopping
picked, so for like the
episodes.
general outline for what it would actually look like.
It's great.
Hey, they wanted to do this. This is how they want to spend their weekend.
Sure.
You all have made your choices.
Got a freaking
This is their
problem,
choice.
huh? You want to freaking go?
Dude, clothes are so cool.
Fight.
Colin.
I, as God, encourage this fight.
To be fair,
I'm pretty sure Cole would knock me out in one hit.
I was thinking about the reason I brought up the Darien at all because I was thinking about doing other shit aside from just shopping.
Oh
that
yeah,
would be
totally.
boring as
Dude,
shit.
yeah,
But,
John
like,
mentioned amusement park.
After the coffee shop scene taking like half an hour.
Yeah. But yeah,
I
don't
was
know, man.
laughing my ass off.
It was
Are
worth
you
it.
with
It's worth
famous people? God.
Sorry,
Yeah,
some people
yeah.
wanted to get
Why
noticed.
do you guys gotta be famous? Jesus. I'm
Yeah,
not
Mason,
nobody. No one cares who I am.
Wow.
In real life or in the game.
It's funny because he's a loser.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah, man.
I'm
Hey.
sorry, mate. I love you.
Mason though, I am with you on that. Like we definitely weren't going to just go to clothing shops for an entire fucking session.
Oh no, it's feeling my way. It's been an hour and 17 minutes.
Yeah, I disagree with that. We've done a half a
Looks
session.
like a whole
So-
session to me, baby.
And we're gonna end it here. Thank you all for watching
Thank you
Universe
all.
Beta. Be sure to like, comment, and
That's
subscribe.
all.
Check out our Patreon.
I wanted them to all go get ice cream. That's what.
Dude,
That's
of
what-
course.
Well, then continue your RP, and maybe we'll get ice cream.
We're
Poggers.
no ice cream because quarantine. There's no more ice cream.
I'm
Oh.
literally this whole time I'm just set up the next shopkeeper for the fucking superhero store.
I'm so
Well,
happy.
I've set up that shopkeeper. I'm excited.
I'm so happy.
This will
All
be
right,
great.
let's all shut up and just keep going.
Yeah, go for it. Open RP. I'm just here to guide the story.
So yeah, Alex, what is your current mindset right now as you're scribbling shit down?
I'm kind of just, like, as she finishes writing the notes, she turns to a different page and starts kind of drawing a rough outline of
Okay.
Yue and kind of starts drawing the clothes that she's picked so far and kind of just sketching up an idea.
Is it like the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man thing where he's
Yes.
sketching up suit design?
Yes.
Fair enough.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
Very happy. Thank you.
Noise.
So I guess I take a look at my phone to see what time it is.
It's nearing lunchtime, actually.
Yeah. Guys, we have a lunch appointment with some guys. We should probably hurry up in here.
Oh, okay. Alex is gonna run over to the hoodie section where Mason is and try to find a Valerie hoodie.
Yeah, there's one. It's
Okay.
got the wings, the 4 wings painted on the back.
Mhm.
It's got kind of the armor design. And if you throw up the hood, it kind of, quote unquote, looks like her hair.
Okay.
One left. You have to wrestle a small child for it.
A little girl finds out
You have to get into a fist fight with this child.
You're like about to grab it, and then you lower it and notice there's a child already holding it and says, "You better back the fuck up, motherfucker, or I'm gonna break your dick off."
Does this actually happen or no?
What the?
It's a little girl that says, "Better back the fuck up, bitch."
Jesus.
Oh my god, why is everyone so hostile?
Ironically, I've been the least hostile, I think.
It's kind of amazing.
Yeah.
I've played veterans of their stores. That's what I've played.
Oh yeah,
He's
Cole's
played
probably
real
actually been the
heroes.
least.
Real hero.
The coffee shop guy was the real hero.
That's
The real
He
hero.
saved the day.
He's been there for years. All right?
He's been nominated for a few hero rewards
He
in
was
Coffee
there,
Cup.
but they're laying out the floor plan to John Bucks. All right.
Anyway, Alex
He was at the front.
takes the hoodie and her hat and goes over to check out.
Okay.
He actually
You
walked
check
in on a recording of Undercover Boss. He's the writer of John Bucks.
You check out your stuff, you throw on your cap, then throw your hoodie over it, I assume.
Yeah, just like
And then, now
not
you
having
hunched
any of
over and you look like Trudy from that one direct-to-DVD Scooby-Doo
it. That
movie.
is exactly what I was going for. Thank you, John.
I
No,
love her. She's so great. She resonates with my soul. Now,
I've never related to a character so much.
oh my god.
my God,
Hashtag heroes.
God did not deserve us to be this way.
Anywho.
So, John, does this lunch place also serve ice cream?
What's up?
Does this lunch place also serve ice cream?
Absolutely not.
Damn.
You're not allowed.
Feel sad. I don't know what you.
All right, come on, speed it up. We gotta get our ice cream, boys.
Yeah.
So where were you going to meet the rest of your friends?
It was probably some generic lunch place that was probably received a lot of high ratings on Yelp.
You know.
Okay. We're gonna call it Beefy John's.
Yeah. I can like Mason, if you want to text him, ice cream would probably be another it would be another favorable lunch.
Do you want to go to an ice cream parlor?
Yeah, sure. Well, I guess ask
Here's the thing. What I was thinking about we do for what I was thinking we do for ice cream was like find a park and just hang out there. Grab ice
yeah,
cream.
totally.
There's any
It's
place out there.
November though. It's snowing. Are you sure you want
Right.
ice cream?
Yeah, well here's the thing. That was my original plan before you told me about the time skip. So that's something I had planned yesterday. I was like, oh well now it's time skip. Oh, maybe
Nah,
we
man,
should find an ice
we
cream place.
should still have ice cream.
You can still get ice cream at places. It's just cold out.
I know.
That's
That's what makes it
doable.
be- Dude, here's the thing. I've eaten ice cream in the snow before.
Yeah, it's not bad.
I've eaten snow before.
I've eaten snow before in the ice cream.
Hey,
Anyways, wow, icons. Well, what a game.
Stop ruining our fun.
Oh, Cole's been carrying this team.
This
I
is-
don't know.
This is why we have full shopping episodes.
You know what? Yeah, why don't we just go like an ice cream parlor or something for lunch?
You
Yeah,
text text the guys
Yep.
and gals. Belle, as you begin to text Stelly, he just like practically appears right behind you and said, "I heard ice cream."
Jesus Christ.
Oh, hey, man, how's it going? How long were you there?
I just showed up actually. I'm a food motivated person.
Dude,
Like a
you know-
gerbil.
Okay. Y'all right? You seem
I can't remember the time span between the school and this place. I honestly don't know how I got here.
Ellie, did you run from the school?
I really have no idea. I am so confused right now.
Hey man, look like your trading paid off though.
Yeah.
You need me to carry you or like?
No, I'm
you can
good.
Walk. Okay, just don't fall.
Got it. Falls in the snow. No.
Oh,
You just hear muffled. Damn it!
So you guys are eventually gonna meet at Beefy John's, which will sell ice cream. It does sell ice cream.
That is now canon.
It's canon now.
Beefy
John. Oh god. You have Alex, Belle, Stelly, Claire, Yue, Darien, and walking through the doorway, it swings open. The snow blows dramatically inside. His hair flows in the wind. The light dims behind him, and he walks in and flips it. Rikter enters.
Yo!
Stelly.
Dude, like half the there's so much of girls in this store. Freaking ovaries explode.
Oh Jesus, Colin. Open in the restaurant, look at Rikter. All the boyfriends get angry.
Stelly puts a hand on his forehead, just falls over.
I go up to Rikter and like, you never waste a dramatic entrance, do you?
I didn't know I was being dramatic, honestly.
Yeah, how's
Yue, go on.
I imagine it was just hellos and how are yous.
Oh, yeah. She was just gonna kind of walk up and basically look to Darien and say, "I invited Rikter, if that's okay." I know.
yeah.
The plan was to just have Belle or Stelly and Claire join us.
Oh, no, that was perfect. That's perfectly fine.
Looks to Rikter, takes a step back.
This is me right now, dude. No cap. Holy moly.
Alright, let me see it.
What a woman.
I love that one.
It's a tie between that and that. Like, honestly. It's a real tie.
Perfect, just frame camera angle you could ever ask for.
That's
Outside
brilliant.
collective, inside he's conflicting between those two gifts.
Rattling through his head. So, yeah, you guys are at the parlor. Beefy John's. I assume
So, Bill, you said they have ice cream here?
What I heard? Yeah.
Awesome.
Cole, would you like to be the ice cream man?
I guess so.
Oh, wait. Are we grabbing? Are we grabbing
NPC
food?
Central.
Are we
Oh,
grabbing
yeah,
food and
you're
ice cream for dessert, or are we just grabbing ice cream?
Ice cream is a lunch, alright?
Fair.
In some
Alright.
countries.
I think you would disagree.
The question is, because this debates a lot, are you going back to that clothing store, the superhero clothing store?
Probably at the end.
Alright, I'll save that character then.
If you don't get to use it, write them down. We'll use them again. Trust me.
So, behind the counter is a rather elderly old man. For the most part bald, but he has like the side hair that kind of loops around the back and connects.
Oh, okay.
He's wearing a striped apron, a white long sleeve shirt, and he has like the old school like 1950s hat.
Oh,
Super humble old guy. And he has a big old
Man.
pair of like big Coke bottle glasses.
oh, I love it.
How can I help you today?
Darian's just has unbroken concentration of all the ice cream flavors.
He's a very humble old man.
Would you young boys like a yarmulke? Oh. I guess I'll just kind of let you guys do this at this point. I'll take a step out.
I suppose
I let you guys do what you want, see?
Alex kind of
So, I was gonna say, I was gonna ask, because I know Stelly's kind of awkward. I know Alex sometimes kind of awkward. I was gonna ask them what they want, if they want me to order it for them.
That's exactly what I was going to do, Mason.
See, I'm on top of that shit.
You know me so well.
Alex kind of says that she just wants a small twist. That's it. Literally it.
Literally it.
Literally it.
Not even a kitty.
A small saucer twist. Got it.
Yep.
All right, Stelly, what you want?
Sorry, I'm juggling a couple things right now.
Wait, we have to wait. We have to wake Stelly up first. Alex, can I borrow your water?
You throw it on his face, it instantly freezes.
I thought we were inside.
No, you're inside. It's just that cold. So he just kind of walks up and is like, I will choose what only the bravest of men will have. Walks forward, and women. I don't discriminate. And he continues to go up to it and says, Sir, I would like a large bowl of Rocky Road ice cream. I think my tummy can handle it.
You've got it, youngster. And he
Alex
gets out like a notepad, and he's super shaky with writing all of it down. He's just a humble old man. He's
gonna show up again, and you guys are gonna save him. He's going to be the first person you save.
I'm down with that.
He's gonna save us.
He's gonna save.
Restore faith in humanity.
Restore
Help an old man today.
Oh, it's so great.
Alex
I wanna
whispers
grow
to
old
herself,
like him.
like kind of questioning, brave?
So, Claire will walk up as well, and she'll ask for a strawberry.
All right. All right.
I didn't order mine and Alex yet.
I'm just getting the NPCs out of the way.
All right.
Go for it, Belle. Belle, I
Alright.
believe in you. Go for it.
So I'm gonna order Alex's small soft serve with a twist, and I'll just I guess I'll do a large chocolate. I'll do a large chocolate chip. Fucking shit.
Alright.
I'm having a tough day.
Sure thing. Would you want some toppings on that?
Sure. I'll do hot fudge rainbow sprinkles.
No, it's a rough one. All right.
It's like the Goofy Goober scene in the SpongeBob movie. Waiter, 2 more, please.
John, get it out of the way right now. I will be putting a $10 bill in this guy's tip jar.
Yes.
Yeah!
I'm turning it right now. I love this guy.
He's a good boy.
He's so great.
Yeah,
He's
man.
so great.
This is an old man in his ice cream.
Is anyone else gonna order something?
They're in still an intense concentration.
Will Rikter have the cream that is iced?
Yeah, I'll just have a medium vanilla, please. A simple one, right?
Cole begins to just control the entire campaign.
I am the new DM. John made the world. I do the rest.
DM3.
I am all the NPCs.
What
I
are
am
you?
okay with this. Darien will continue to think.
Cole will now voice Yue with the Grimgore voice.
Jesus.
Yue will not order anything. She's just gonna say, I'm fine, thank you. And sit down.
I can't win them all.
She feels
Every party needs a pooper, that's why they invited you.
She feels immensely bad, and I'm gonna roll something. She kind of stands up and says, okay, I'll order something small. And she
Darien breaks out of his concentration. I recommend the cake part of her serve.
She kind of looks to it, and you can see a slight green hue to her face, and she's like, no thanks. I'll just take a small bowl of vanilla.
Hey.
Wait, do I notice this?
Yes.
Hey.
Yue, what's up?
Why are you oohing?
I was going with full.
No idea.
Most of them ordered vanilla. Ooh.
I guess I told you, ice cream isn't the only thing they, ice cream isn't the only thing they serve here.
I know, I just feel bad that I'm not ordering from this sweet old man.
You don't have to feel bad. You can order from this sweet old man with something else other than ice cream.
No, it has to be ice cream, bitch. Now order what you want.
I thought you were a humble old man.
Come on.
You betrayed me.
We have plenty more. We have tons of things.
No, it's fine. A small ice cream will do.
Alright, sounds good.
Thank. Walks away and sits down.
Yeah, Darien then orders a large cake batter, hard serve ice cream, some whipped cream.
Good options, good options. He's such a good boy.
He's such a humble old man.
He's so humble.
If everyone says otherwise, I'll kick him in the shin.
This combo of people is a weird group. There's a humble man, then there's just an asshole. Like,
he doesn't even work here. He's just behind the counter for some reason.
he's just there.
Just give them a negative tip, as in like just take a couple of quarters from the jar.
He grabs a penny, puts it on the ground so that way the old man has to bend down and pick it up.
Oh no!
Because he's that evil.
No, hold on a
Is
minute.
the true main villain of our story.
He's
We
just
must
behind
eliminate
the
him.
counter, and there's a cane. He just like taps the bottom, and the coin sticks. Like, oh, there we go.
No! Foiled again! I'll get you next time, old man!
No! My ultimate villain!
The ultimate villain of Icons,
Thank you,
just
man.
an asshole.
Yeah, I believe it. I believe it. So, do you all get your stuff? What's Darien finally gonna get?
Sorry, it takes so long.
Got the cake batter.
There's 52 flavors. What am I supposed to do?
We've been here for a while. We have a lot of flavors.
I'll come again, sir.
Very good. And I'll be here.
I don't know why I'm so sad.
He's just.
I hope he stays here.
He's such a happy old man.
He is. He's a good boy. He's been alright.
Oh, I know why you were laughing. I see what Mason put in the group chat when I brought up vanilla.
Oh my god!
How dare you?
I came up after the oohs and ahs. That was just funny.
Oh,
Say what you want. That's just content. That's just content.
it's just quality content.
Yep.
Quality
So-
concept.
Those of you who have ordered your ice cream now have it. And you're gonna munch on it, I presume.
Of course.
Oh, that's lame.
What else were we supposed to do? It
Sling it at each other like apes.
Load it up into a t-shirt cannon.
Yes. This is why you buy ice cream.
This is how you buy ice cream.
Wake up! Pow!
God damn it. Well, munch on your ice cream. Even Yue. She finishes her vanilla ice cream. Claire finishes her strawberry. And Stelly works very tirelessly to fight the rocky road.
Stelly fights the good fight.
The true
Like
hero.
in his mind, it's an epic battle between him and a rocky road ice cream monster. It's epic. I got the
I want
vision.
this as a poster now.
All right. Well, you know what? You can draw it, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, let's go.
How's the view at the top of the rocky road?
So I'm gonna say you all finish up, and I guess at this point, what are you gonna do now?
Well, there's a few options. I noticed an amusement park on the way.
It's winter.
Yeah.
I don't
nothing.
freaking care. It's an amusement park.
Maybe it's an indoor amusement park. Maybe they have a hollow dome. We don't know. They could be fancy.
I did mention
because you work there.
And John is God. So
Yep.
Yeah, I guess I walk up to the humble old man and I sort of ask him what sort of excursions we can do in the city.
Do you want me to send you some options?
he keeps singing about it, and then like the whole time he's singing, he'll like occasionally get sidetracked and then snap back into it.
It's a reality. Oh,
Oh, look, okay. All right.
He keeps blue balling you.
waiting for God to send him some options.
That's
Until
fine. I'm eating some
presenting
ice cream
next options.
Oh, okay. I'll send you one. There's this. Can I spell that right? I can't.
One strip club.
There's one there. There's that.
Perfect for young.
Wait, there's only one? What kind of establishment is this place?
Hang on a minute. I'm drumming up some options.
There's 10 in the
And-
entertainment district.
They can visit the Pentagon.
Yeah, we're on a field trip.
He like
Let's go
rubs,
to the White House.
he rubs his chin more. He's like,
Did anyone else go to
alright.
the Capitol like a field trip?
I did not.
Yeah, I remember.
Boring thing ever.
Yeah.
Go lose.
Yeah. This old man rubs his chin for a moment more. He's like, I remember. There's the museum over that a ways. It's all in the Mechana. It's very informative. Good for young people.
Alex
It
kind of
really
jitters to this.
Then there's he like scratches the top of his head. The theme park, I think it was.
Is it still open?
They have an indoor section.
Would
Awesome.
he? Alright, so he would know that. Like,
And
they're
an arcade.
actually inside. It's truly remarkable. And I brought my grandchildren there before. They love the place. And then there's the White House and Pentagon. And the agencies around, I think. But I don't know too much on them. I'm just a humble old man who serves ice cream.
Best character ever. Is ice cream man waifu material? I don't
I
know.
would say, you know.
And I think so. Yeah.
So there are your options. Go have fun. What are you gonna do?
Alex
turn to the rest of
immediately
the group.
states that she doesn't want to go to the museum.
So
All right.
go to the museum.
Museum, and we're attacked at the museum. Got it.
Yes,
Got
yes,
it.
yes.
The lobby.
Let's all go to the lobby.
Amusement park?
Everybody, we can go to the lobby.
Yeah. Amusement park.
Amusement park.
I like the sounds of.
Are they?
You should probably
Or the
go
amusement park.
to the amusement park. Sounds
Claire
like a
will
very
jump up
satisfying
with joy.
option.
She'll raise the fist and go, "Oi-oi," and then land to the ground. That's her
Continue to
excitement.
have
noise.
mild, just indifference. Alex will continue with the mild indifference to everything.
She's all right. Was that normal?
So, are you guys gonna head to the theme park?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Fine, whatever. God.
Show me
Oh
that.
my god.
Show me that Ferris wheel. Show it to me.
Uh-oh. I see a scene in my...
Granville's the hypest ride in the amusement park.
You already know, baby.
You're not gonna get me on a Ferris wheel. I've been on them before, and I don't like heights. You're not getting me on one.
We
I
only
ain't
go
gonna
there.
do
We only go there for a breeze and to beam around for about 5 minutes. It's great.
That sounds lovely.
Oh, it's so
So,
fun. All right.
you guys are kind of walking down the path, the street swipe walk, and you will make it to the big Icons theme park. Now, the outside district is kind of one of those theme parks where it's built onto a dock and stretches out, but there's a little bit on the beach as well. It's all covered in snow, for the most part shut down, but a few lights still flickering. And then there's the big building interior where you can hear the sounds of arcades, slushies, popcorn, children beating the hell out of each other, and more. And Forgot that last part.
Oh dear.
And more?
Too
Okay.
much.
So there's no.
Look at me, I'm Mr. Super. Begins punching a kid. You're villain. No, please, Jimmy, stop. I'm
Right. There's rides, arcades, executions. I mean, excursions.
Darien mutters under his breath as he sees the kids. If you really Mr. Super, you gotta do some collateral damage.
Now that's a lot of damage.
John.
You walk up to these signs, and it's big, it's bright, it's lit up, and it's glowing. Icons World. Fun for all, we guess.
Oh my
We guess. Is that like on there? Like actually?
I mean, it's
for
really
now,
up to you.
For now, we're gonna flap it on there.
Okay.
Okay. Tim, you called my name.
Is there anything that is Neo related, like that is in view?
What? You want to make everything about your mama, huh?
Yeah,
All
exactly.
right.
All about your mama.
It's all you talk about.
I talk about is your mother. Oh, I feel
I'm so hateful today. I'm so sorry.
oh, go your mother.
Yeah, sure. You see many of the heroes of the top 10. You see many of the icons. They're the primary focus, but you see a few freelancers. You see, one of those billboard or little boards they have with like the pictures of people, but their faces cut out.
Yeah.
And you can take a picture of that. Well, that's what you can do. They have a Phoenix one and a Neo one and a Warhand one, all in cool poses.
Alex just looks over to it and just immediately like looks away with like an angered face.
Well, if you were gonna get angry at your mommy, then why'd you make me show you something?
That was the point.
Fair.
I'm so angry right now.
You sound like people that go on Twitter to discuss politics.
Yeah.
True.
So true, dude. So,
Never heard a more true statement in my life.
do you guys want to head to the indoor place or hang out in the snow-covered lands?
We should probably go inside.
To the tundra.
There's much fun to be had in the snow.
You make your way, the doors open up, and you see one of the custodian people welcome you to the theme park. I'm going to give Cole a break.
I mean, I could keep going if you want me to.
Alright, you know what? Sure.
Alright. How enthusiastic do we want this person to be?
Absurd.
Alright. There is what looks to be a middle-aged man, pretty well kept, cleaned up, wearing the official Icons World uniform. He explained, etc., etc. And he sees you all coming in and sounds much like an old-school radio announcer.
Yeah.
Welcome to Icons World! How can I help you all today?
This is the
Your
worst.
enthusiasm is too much for me.
And he is just looking at this group with a smile on his face, a pep in his step, and a glimmer in his eye.
I like
Sam Giddy.
So, Mr. Joyful Man, you're gonna have to take their tickets. You're gonna have to make them buy tickets so that we can go and have some fun.
Yep. Go, alright. How many do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Darien flashes his hero ID and hopes he doesn't have to pay for this.
Is that a part of the company regulations?
Well, that would totally work if he actually had a hero ID. He has no hero ID.
Wait, what did we use to get on the bus?
Your school
No
ID.
idea.
The school school ID.
Flash your school ID. See what
Yeah.
happens. Does this get past company regulations?
Let's see.
Dice decide all.
With a natural 20, you get a 5% discount. Get
Oh.
hacked.
Oh, well, I see you're at the school. That means a discount for all of our coming students.
Cheapskate.
I've never wanted to kill someone more.
Company standard.
This moment.
And then he will enlist prices as necessary
Yes.
for admission, wristbands, whatever you ask for.
They all count as adults. Except Stelly, he might be able to pass off as a child.
He is our child, excuse me.
Our child.
And Stelly walks over to Belle and says, "All right, Belle, I need you to pretend to be my older brother. I'm going to be the little one, okay? We'll get a discount." Walks forward and is like, I am a child. Give me child discount.
Well, don't you just look like a ball of fun? Sure thing, buddy.
Oh my god.
Why does that remind me of the insults the bullies would tell me?
Oh my god.
You all get a ticket. You all pay for what you need. God damn it.
You're
And
walking.
you're eventually gonna make your way deeper in. However, well, first off, Mr. Custodian Man, would you like to wish them a fun time before I move to Rikter?
Oh yeah.
Oh, boss.
All right, gang. Bye-bye. Enjoy yourselves. And remember, here at Icon's World, all your worries go away.
That's the new slogan. There we go. We got it.
Rip off
God.
Disney.
Maximum enthusiasm. Maximum.
Now that my soul feels assaulted,
Yeah.
let's go over to Rikter. As you guys are entering into the building,
Actual man. Got it.
Rikter, Bicker.
Careful. That can be taken as a few words.
Whoa.
Risker Biscuit. So,
There we go.
Risk it.
Risk it for the biscuit.
Yeah.
Yep.
so you notice something.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? So you're kind of looking out into the Herring Bay. You're seeing all the snow and coming down, the cold weather. And I want you to roll me a happy little thing. Roll me an awareness check.
Sure.
What'd you get?
Because I had to stop it from falling off the table. Too much mustard. Awareness 24.
Wow.
Roll intellect.
We're going. That would be a 22.
Okay, just give it to him.
Roll willpower.
Looks like Richter's getting another power, boys.
Terrible. 8.
What were the other two?
The willpower was an 8.
What was intellect and awareness again?
Intellect was 22, awareness 24.
Ones are so high.
I got so lucky.
I'm going to say you
Has
don't.
like a 20, 30, 23 in
I'm going to
23
say
modifier?
that
7,000.
you don't get the memory, but is something clear does happen. As you're kind of looking off, you see what almost looks to be the silhouette of a few ships sailing off in the distance. You can almost hear the sounds of nautical calls, very similar to the one that you had before when you remembered a life at sea. And your vision almost zooms in a sense, and you can see someone holding on to the front of the ship, looking forward to new horizons. They look to you, they meet your gaze, and then they're gone.
Strange.
Do you make your way inside?
Yeah, we'll keep going.
Sexy. So, you're all inside now. Congratulations, you did it. It only took an hour and 54 minutes. But you finally did it. Oh, good gracious. So, no, that's fine. I like watching you guys roleplay. Yeah, you guys are inside. There's a massive arcade section. There is a laser tag area. There is a small little roller coaster that kind of zips around the entire place. And there's a bunch of other stuff like that and hero-themed things. There is a whack-a-mole thing, but it's Whack That Phoenix. And it's Rising Phoenix's head just popping up every now and again.
Know exactly where Darian's going first.
The rhythm games.
Oh, I was gonna say where he could smack Phoenix in the head repeatedly, but okay.
If it's a rhythm game, then he might.
Because he's evil.
Because it's a rhythm game.
Darian dances to Caramel Dancing for 5 hours.
There is stuff like Just Dance Icons Edition.
Oh shit.
And
What about DDR? Is there DDR?
Yes. Is there a DDR? That's the important thing.
Oh god, I'm so old. What's a DDR?
Oh,
Yes.
Oh my god, it's the best.
Oh, there we go. Dance Dance Revolution.
Classics.
I don't know the abbreviated version.
Wait, John. Do they have the initial D arcade game?
Sorry. I'm
Just say
rejecting
yes.
people. Okay.
Just
I'm
say yes to
reacting to
everything.
All right, Bell and Darien,
What'd
each
you
get
ask
on a
me?
platform.
Wait, what'd you ask me?
They have initial D8.
I will accept it, but what is it?
It's a racing game.
Oh shit. Yeah. Claire is basically just gonna look around and be like, oh, so cool. What are we gonna do first?
Oh! Oh my god!
Oh my god.
Alex
No.
walks over to Claire. I'm gonna have to ask you to turn down your enthusiasm a bit.
Right hook her in the jaw. Don't tell me what to do.
Jesus,
Goes up to
John.
Claire, hey, stop being happy.
Oh. All right. I guess I'll go back to the rooftop and brood.
This got
She gets
really
up-
bad,
she gets up
really.
there. Anthony's up there. Do you mind?
That's just
Wait, what did I do? What did I do? I'm so confused.
You didn't do anything, Anthony.
You didn't do anything.
Shut up, you're not supposed to be talking.
You can talk.
You existed.
can't.
That's all we have.
Oh, okay. I guess you can't.
Anyway.
Time as it is.
Mason's taken over, Anthony. I'm sorry.
Anyways, Darien's gonna be like, "There's DDR. If anyone wants to come with,
Okay.
this
Okay.
is my favorite game."
Stelly will walk forward and he will challenge you.
Oh, God.
Shall we get it there?
Do you take him on his challenge?
I will be his mentor, actually.
Oh,
That's a lot of smack.
dirty, filthy.
So you all gonna
Bella's
make
just gonna walk up. Bella's gonna walk over,
Yeah.
waiting for Rikter to eventually take him to do DDR. I want to see Rikter do DDR so bad. You have no idea.
Rikter right now looks like he is on drugs. He is just looking all over the place, trying to figure out where is he and what the fuck most of these things are.
Yeah. If he didn't know what a computer is, he probably
You know what? Remembering why exactly we came to the city in the first place, I'm gonna see what UA's doing because we kind of forgot.
Okay.
I
Roll me
forgot
an
why
awareness
we
check.
came here in the first place.
Alex is kind of just keeping an eye on her this entire time.
Then you can roll me an awareness check too.
Can I just look around at the games and such and just ascertain?
Bright
19.
lights shining here and there.
The main
Yeah,
thing is
11.
to ascertain the themes to some of these games.
Here, I'll before I answer the awareness checks, I will give you one. You see a really big. It almost looks like that mystical computer, except they're holding plastic guns and they're just soldiers that are in a virtual game. Destroyed New York City fighting the Mechana. It's like one of those Terminator games you see,
Yeah.
where like you're fighting in the arcade, but it's just with the Mechana.
So
So,
the real
you gotta
question
go to
is,
that
John, is it the newest model?
It is not the newest model,
It's the
unfortunately.
latest model, not the newest model.
Damn.
The latest model.
Richter, was there anything else? Oh.
Oh no.
That's I'm looking around.
Son of a bitch.
I'm sorry, it's an abyss part. Wait. Oh.
So, Cole, look to your pinned messages. Would this be number 6?
That is the one. Yeah, that's what I'm looking at.
All right. Roll me an awareness check.
Oh,
So many checks in this character.
So many.
He shows up and becomes the Rikter show. 17.
Literally.
17.
Yep.
your whole game show.
Intellect.
God.
Don, you need to increase the numbers of what he needs to hit to get shit.
They're quite high.
Welcome to Remember When with Rikter.
Make them
That was-
higher.
Intellect?
Yes, intellect.
20 in
So
total.
that he can only get them if he gets nat 20s.
That's way too rare.
No, because you want me to have these.
You want him to have.
It's annoying in games, but you want them.
Who I want?
Yes.
willpower.
24.
I thought that was a jumbo jet flying over my house.
I had no idea what that was.
What?
Here.
Oh, I see the air raids are starting early today.
So that would be a 24 in willpower.
Fuck you.
Ooh, these are super high.
Yeah, and they're high DCs.
This man
Fate wants him to get
undoubtedly
his
has
pen.
weighted dice. This man
I-
has weighted dice.
I have
refuse to
super
believe it.
balanced stats. Like everything's like
No.
7s.
Bell misunderstands. This is his peculiarity.
Silence.
Oh right, he wins.
Silence. Silence.
So as you're walking around the arcade, the sounds becoming muffled as your eyes dart around. You walk forward and you see two young lads holding the plastic guns, fighting the Mechana in their Terminator-esque shoot-'em-up arcade game. But the gunfire sounds familiar. Begins to echo. The cold from the outside feels familiar. It feels inviting. You walk forward and everyone's gone. There is no one around you. The children are gone. Something instinctively makes you grab the plastic gun and pick it up. You hold it properly, you put it up to your shoulder, and you look down the sights. This has all come naturally to you. And you look forward. And your eye is met as with the glass of a scope in front of it. And you lower the sniper rifle that is now in your hands. Your stomach, you are lying on the snow. You're up on a cliff side. And inside the scope, you could see down at the bottom, there were a few armed men making their way, trudging through the snow. And you have a person come up to you, kneel down, and just say, "How many do we have?"
And answer with what I know.
You answer with 5. He says, "It is one too many. We're never going to be able to pull him out of here with his broken leg. One of us is going to have to stay and distract them." And he looks to you.
Go. Quickly.
"I will see you at the checkpoint." And what do you say?
Stay safe, friend.
He runs off through the snow. You see him grab an injured friend and he starts to drag him. You clock your sniper. You aim it towards them. You line it up with their head. Our perspective closes on your face, kind of squinting. And it cuts to black as we hear a loud gunshot. And you are currently back as you see the victory sign and the kids say, "Oh my god, we did it! We got the high score! Dude!" Whoa. Oh, I'm sorry. Did you want to turn at the game?
No. Sorry. Just caught up in some things.
Are you okay? You're kind of stumbling around.
I'll be fine. Nice job.
Oh, thanks.
Oh,
They just kind of look to each other, shrug. Rikter, what do you do?
he will walk off looking for one of the more reserved areas of this amusement park. Just try.
Bathroom if you want.
It could be a bathroom. It could be a ride that is away from stuff at times, like a Ferris wheel. Anything.
There's a hallway that kind of leads towards staff rooms, but there's no one there. It's kind of dark, so you can settle up in the corner and just sit for a second.
Done.
You plop your butt on the ground. Anything else you're gonna do?
He will sit there, just grasping for any amount of air that he can. And then he'll be like, what? Reach into his bag and pull out his notebook to flick through it and see if anything changed with it. Which he would find that there is a chunk of text that was not there prior.
Is there?
Hmm?
Do you know what it would read?
Yes. He would maybe have time to read it, but at the moment he was just seeing if anything changed, and it would.
Okay.
And he would just be sitting there for probably until somebody noticed he's just not there.
Okay. So, you're kind of sitting in the corner. 5 sessions. 5 sessions, Cole.
Fuck.
2
2.
on horseback.
Mm-hmm.
5 sessions. All right, Bill, what are you up to, my friend? How are you doing?
All right, Bell.
What was that awareness check you got, my buddy, old pal, old friend, old chum?
It was 19.
That's lovely! Alex, what did you get?
I got it on 11.
I got
That
a 17.
You didn't roll one.
I did roll one.
When did you say you were going to roll one?
I didn't say I was gonna roll one, but I just did.
Oh,
Okay, well, we didn't fucking ask.
Oh, damn.
I don't know why we're so toxic today, but I kind of love it. Alex, since you were keeping an eye on her and it's above a 10, I'll say you notice that she is gone, but you don't know where she went. Belle, you're looking around, kind of quickly scuttled off to the ladies' room. Darien, same with you.
Alright.
You went and found Rikter. I'm calling it.
Calling it.
That's what
It's gonna happen.
She went.
What?
Well, first off, Rikter shouldn't be in the ladies' room.
Did he
This is a
stumble
secret.
into the ladies' room? Is that where he stumbled off to?
He just stumbled into like a staff hallway.
Yeah, I just stumbled to the nearest spot. Where it actually is, I have no idea. That is all of you. It could be a staff hallway. It could be a place where you really shouldn't be. Wherever.
Shouldn't be there, but no one's gonna.
He went to the
stop him.
gulag and he's fighting Kim Jong-un.
Yeah.
Oh shit, I had that on my list today.
He's fighting his sister, don't you know? So.
Oh god, the true dog.
I guess. What do you guys want to do now? Richter's had PTSD. Yue has run off to the bathroom. Alex.
Did she look like she was in a hurry?
Oh, I'm kidding. I love you.
Run!
Yeah, it looked like she was in a hurry.
I guess I go over to Alex and like, can you check what's up with her?
Okay, yeah, sure. Alex doesn't respond with that, but she just walks over there.
You're gonna walk into the ladies' room?
Yeah.
Okay. Walk inside. It's surprisingly neat for an amusement park.
Alex is somewhat impressed.
Yeah. Roll an awareness check.
I got a non-nat 20.
Nice.
God damn it. You hear someone You don't know who. It looks like a few stalls are in use, but you hear someone throwing up.
Ooh.
And that's it. That's all you hear. It sounds like they're trying to muffle it, but you don't really know what stall it's coming from unless you're going to try and actively seek it out.
Could I roll another awareness check to try to determine the location better and where it might be
No,
coming from?
since you have a 20, you'll be able to find it if you want to try and hunt it down.
Okay, I will actively hunt it down.
It's all the way at the end.
I wonder who it can be.
I wonder, dude.
It's Mr. Touchy.
Yeah, dude.
I knew it.
I was gonna say it's John Lee.
I knew you were Mrs. all along.
Oh, we could tell. It just keeps coming out.
Male. Mr. Touchy, what gender are you? I know it says Mr., but sometimes I get confused. I don't know either.
Okay, so Alex will kind of walk to the end and knock on the door. And that's it. Just for first.
You hear a very muffled in use.
In use.
And it sounds like Yue.
Okay. Then I ask, you alright in there?
Mm-hmm.
What?
Fine.
You cut out, John. I didn't hear what you said.
Oh, she went, mm-hmm, fine.
You don't really sound like it.
And
That was really gross.
That was pretty gross, John.
thank you. I try to voice act. Yeah, she's not really giving any details.
Okay, can Alex try to... Is there like... You know how is this like a normal bathroom kind of deal where it has like the doors and all that kind of stuff?
It has a door.
Okay, can I like... Can I like...
What?
I don't want to open the door because I don't want to surprise her or anything. And
Uh-huh.
so I'll just kind of...
You're just gonna climb over.
Yes. I'll kind of
Wait,
like,
what?
peek through the hole between the door and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what?
Okay.
There's a
I knew someone was gonna make that joke and kind of see how she's
Well,
doing.
I mean, Alex does have the sweatshirt on, the hood over, and the hat, so I mean, she
fair.
could really look like anyone.
It's true.
So,
How are
you
you
hear
there?
the crack. You see,
How you
Yue-
doing?
Please, no. You see Yue is on her knees leaning over the toilet bowl. She's kind of like holding her hair back. Oh my god!
Underneath, hey.
This is... You're objectifying women.
Mentions you in any sentence. Me? Hey.
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 His arms have just been torn off. Oh dear Lord, she's bleeding everywhere. Cole.
Hey.
Hey.
She's everywhere. Hey.
Oh, that's what she looks like without a sword through her. Hey!
Hey.
Sean.
I'm a sadistic evil lord. You shouldn't expect me to behave myself.
Oh, don't worry. I didn't forget.
Never
I
passed my
know you
mind.
wouldn't.
Yep.
So,
So-
yeah, she's on her knees throwing up in the toilet.
So Alex will now open the door.
It's locked.
It's locked. Ah. Oh,
I
that's
think I can climb over.
Yes. Alex asks, I don't know. I'm trying to be very...
Spider-Man.
Maybe just...
Hey, that's a callback to original Alex.
Shut up, we're not supposed to mention that.
Alex is
What are you
kinda,
gonna do, bright of alls?
Alex is kind of just gonna wait outside. Not outside, but like inside the
Start
bathroom
banging on
near
the door.
Yeah, near the door.
Let me in.
Let me in. Let me in.
Eventually, the toilet will flush. This is the toilet noise. And, it sounds like she kind of just sits herself on the toilet, just, like, closes the lid and just sits on it. Is like, Alex, I know you're out there. Can you please go?
Some water.
shoot a water stream.
Give her some water.
Alex, she asks if you could please go.
Pervert.
Do I still have my water? I assume.
I don't know. That's up to you. Do you still have your water?
I would say it's probably empty at this point.
Damn.
I kind of ask her, do you want anything? Or like to try to help?
A water bottle.
Okay. Alex will go fetch a water bottle for the third time.
She'll reach, when you come back, she'll stretch her hand under the gap, like under the door, just waiting for you to place the bottle in her hand.
Right.
Do you do so?
Yes, I do so.
She grabs it and pulls it in, and she says thanks. And you hear her just downing it.
No, John. What she should have done is use some of it to rinse out her mouth and then drink a bit.
Yeah.
No, that's fun.
Everyone's got their methods.
Why would you swallow it?
It builds character.
Everyone's got their methods.
Usually, John, she was holding her. She thought Alex would be a lot quicker than she was, so she was holding out her arm the whole time. so a mom and her child came in, and the child's like, "Mommy, why is there a hand coming out of the sweetie? Don't look, sweetie. We don't need to recognize those."
Oh, no.
She'll infect us.
The beginning of the apocalypse.
Someone gives her a high five.
Yue will mutter, "Okay, I'm gonna come out now. Please don't look at me."
Don't
Don't look at me!
Don't look at me!
And she'll open the door and just kind of head down, walk over to the sink, and start washing her hands.
Alex will avoid eye contact as she stated that she wanted and kind of walk up next to her and be like, "You sure you're all right?"
I am now. I got it out of my system.
Do you know what could have caused that?
Oh, I know what caused it.
What?
I don't really think this is the time to talk about it.
If you're uncomfortable to talk about it, then we don't have to.
Okay, thank you.
Is it
Because I'm uncomfortable to talk about it.
It's because I'm at the amusement park. I bet that's it.
Yeah.
Not everything's about
Yeah,
you,
yeah.
Rikter.
It's always about me.
I'm pretty sure I know why.
You know nothing.
I saw Rikter take off his jacket. Just
I saw Stelly walk in with that round thing tied to him.
That round.
And I just thought of John's technique.
I just saw Stelly walking around. I was like, "Damn, what are you doing with all that ass?"
I like big Stellys, and I cannot lie. And my other sisters can't deny.
Damn, boy.
Damn,
Damn, boy, he's sick. That's a thick ass boy. Damn.
You play what a stereotypical redneck very well.
Joke's on you. I live in a county of rednecks. Brother.
And I will visit you once this pandemic is over. Brother.
Oh.
So Yue doesn't really talk about it, and she just washes her hands, drinks the water, gurgles it, spits it out, and she'll begin to walk towards the door to leave, but then she stops and turns to you and says, "Can we just pretend this didn't happen?"
Yeah, sure. I won't talk to anyone about it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Just don't tell Rikter.
All right. So anyway, I walk over to Darien.
So
You're
gonna run over Darien screaming, "You're not gonna believe what I just saw!"
Oh my God!
God! Holy shit! You're not gonna believe it!
You did a
Snap back to like 3 minutes earlier when she went to go get the water and she told Darien what she.
Yeah, I'm gonna purposely
her so
wait
long.
a little bit after Yue walks out,
Okay.
and so it makes it seem like nothing really happened unless someone saw the water bottle.
Okay. I mean,
Ellie did. Stelly now knows.
all right. Let's see.
Stelly. Specifically Stelly.
Sally got a 3. He
mean-
knows nothing. He's sad.
I mean, I did ask Alex to check on her, so
So I guess, are you keeping an eye then?
yeah.
Then roll an awareness check.
Okay.
We see
well,
Darien
yeah.
staring at the women's bathroom.
Well, Mason.
Leave.
Oh, Mason. Now I feel bad that I got a 26.
He has not blinked. He has just been
So the door stayed open the whole time, and he looked in through the mirror.
No!
He
The
looked
only
into the stall
time-
through the mirror.
the only
Please
time
don't
he
make this
blinked-
worse.
The only time he blinked was kind of just out of sync, so that way one eye would still be open. Just one eye closes, opens, the other closes and
Okay,
opens.
John. Better yet, he does this while doing DDR.
Oh my god, he's a madman.
He's just dancing his heart out. Stelly is. Let's see what Stelly. How well he's doing.
Stelly's dead.
He's popping off.
Literally dying.
Stelly got an 11. He's trying, man. He's doing like the arm crunches, like the.
He's doing
And
great.
But yeah,
how many of you would castrate me if I made him do the floss?
Oh my god. Stop that.
How many of you would castrate me if I made him do the floss?
Non-icons would be canceled.
Damn it! So he
Shut
does
up,
the
Anthony. No one cares about your opinion, you shithead.
Does the John.
he does the John, which is violently wiggling on the floor, and
that's not how you hit the buttons.
if I spread my body weight on them all, I'll immediately hit them.
That's not how the game works. I'm sorry.
Darn it. So, yeah, what'd you get? Colin, that's his name.
Oh, they're all. I got a 26.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you noticed Alex brought a water bottle. So, with that information, what the hell are you gonna do?
Well, I guess what's the look on Alex's face as she doing this?
Yeah, I don't know. What's the look on Alex's face?
She's just kind of trying. Hold on, I'm gonna dice decide all. She's definitely hiding something. You can tell. She's kind of like awkwardly walking out. Kind of has this weird look on her face.
Yeah. I'm gonna. I mean, if she hasn't noticed me, I'll just have a mental note. Probably text her later.
He's gonna sneak into the bathroom.
No.
It's the worst thing you could do.
Yue!
Are you okay in there?
Alex. Oh, my back. Oh, and that was a good crack. Alex, you noticed when she was about to leave, she took a moment to like collect herself.
Mhm.
And then she just put on like the brightest smile, just kind of like put her hands together.
Something's
just
wrong.
acting
She's
nothing
smiling.
happened.
What the fuck?
And she just makes her way out. And she walks over and is like, "Oh, Darien, I see you're doing good in the dance. And why are you blinking out of sync?"
What?
In my head canon, Darien had like his phone on a fish hook, and he was just kind of like trying to position it in.
Why are your eyes blinking out of sync? That's a question.
Blink, blink.
I hope this isn't my other peculiarity.
Wow, you got 3 peculiarities. That's awesome.
One of them's Chad level.
One, Chad. Oh, we're gonna smoke some dope.
Oh man, I'm gonna join Rikter back there. It's gonna be
Ah.
good shit.
Brody, why?
Rikter
So-
walked in and did some shrooms and then went and sat in a corner.
It's a fucking
Whoa.
But I
So-
guess Darien notices the smile on her face, and it's like, that's not something that happens.
Wow!
In a sort of
Right.
no, in a sort of telling tone, he's like, oh, "What's with the smile? You seem happy."
Oh, just this is really cool. We're going out, taking a break from school, and we're just getting to hang out together as a friend group. I'm getting to know more people. It's a lot of fun.
I'm gonna roll awareness.
I'm going to roll something against you.
Ooh.
Well, take that. I have
You're
a
not
23.
allowed to know.
What'd you get?
I have a 23.
All right. Let's see. Let's pull up her stat sheet.
2 million.
2 quadrillion bazillion. And Darien and Yue document. We
Those
don't
are
have
those are rolls that only right there. Fuck. Oh.
What happened?
Nothing. Nothing happened. All right.
Hang on.
Nothing.
Before I roll, we gotta see it. Oh. It was just a bell comment. Fucking stupid. Let's see.
Fuck
what
you
do
too.
One time I really wish
that.
I had sound effects for Discord on.
Come back.
Gary, come home.
Stand up, Babin Rock, I look back.
Roll this.
All right, John. What happens?
He's working on it.
20, so close.
Oh.
You beat her by 3. You can tell that something else is up, but since the numbers are so close, you don't really know. There's something else going on, but no.
I'll probably. I'm gonna save this for later. If she's actually, do I sense a part of her really is happy about, like just what's been happening today?
Some. Yeah.
Okay, I'm not gonna try and ruin anything, so I'll leave her in her ignorance right now. But
Okay.
this is definitely something I guess I'm going to talk to her about later.
Okay.
Hey. Later. Hey.
Cole, stop.
Please stop.
Literally, I think. Hey.
This is why I can't have female character.
Talking.
Talking's the first step.
Talking's the first step. Hey.
So I will leave the rest of this to you. Go nuts.
Yeah. I guess Darien will. I guess Darien will show her the DDR machine.
Okay.
And I guess want to go for a round.
Sure.
Pretty fun.
All right. Roll d20, add your coordination.
Joke's on you. Darien's Bakila already helps out with us.
Fuck you. Fuck you. Oh yeah, Cole. Break it down.
Darien's one of those guys who, like, he's played this game so much that when he just hears the music, he already knows like exactly what to do.
Fucking addict. That's what he is.
Exactly.
Oh, it's so good.
Please tell me if I go to his dorm room, there's going to be a DDR machine set up in there.
Dude, you know how much a cabinet costs?
Not
I mean, he
much when
probably
you have
could
an
pay
income.
back extra money, but
I think you beat out Yue. She got a really low number.
it's the first time, so
Her head's not in the game.
Get the game.
Her head is not quite there. Oh no. So
hey, you seem a little bit out of it.
Toxic. Toxic. Piece of shit.
This guy looks to you, takes a breath, is like, what do you expect? This is my first time ever. This is a video game, right?
Yeah.
Huh. They're a lot bulkier than I thought they'd be.
Oh, they come in many different forms.
They do?
Yeah. And okay, so I don't know if Gavin said anything about this, but does everyone know about the whole thing that's happening?
I'm gonna say not yet.
Okay.
I'll leave that for part 2.
All right. Well, I guess when the time comes, Darien will definitely make sure Yue's going, because game night.
Game night, eh? All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Excuse me.
He's like, no, it's not. It's not from like, I don't know. I feel like I had somewhere else. Not.
Wow, that's a low number. Okay. I guess she'll just kind of ignore the statement and just try and look around for another game to play. And she would like to go up against Belle in a racing game. She just kind of tries to quickly change the conversation. It's like, oh, Belle, do you want to try and play a racing game?
Oh, sure. Let's go.
And she quickly vamooses out of there. With her cahooses.
If Alex is out of the bathroom by now,
Yes.
I'm going to say, yeah, something's up.
Alex, a man has just approached you. And he says something's up.
Let me... Give me a second here.
Stranger danger, kick him in the face.
I've given you a second, Tim. I'm infuriated.
Oh, sorry, John.
I'm raging right now.
I'm trying to decide if she would try to hide it as well, or if she would just tell Darien.
What's she gonna do while I look at my Omega large Snickers? Peanuts,
I have it.
caramel, nougat, milk chocolate. Let's see. Let's take a look at the calories.
Secret recipe.
Sean.
220 calories.
Sean.
I'm looking at my Snickers.
Ruffle. How many calories here?
I'm going to read the nutrition facts because I've never given a damn about it with candy. And while Tim is making up his mind.
If you want, and it's open for anyone, if you want, you can make awareness checks. Just see if you notice. If you notice, Rikter was.
I was
missing.
actually about to mention that, but then Darien and Alex started talking. I was gonna mention. I was like, "Do you see Rikter at all?" I was like, "Oh, hey, what the fuck's Rikter doing?"
Yeah, if you want, you can make an awareness check. See if you noticed.
I'll let Cole DM this small bit.
Heck yeah.
Alex,
I'm the best.
Bar, 47 grams.
John.
Amount per serving.
16.
Alex is going to say...
You do notice that Rikter went off a ways last seen towards the arcade game that John mentioned, where it was the kind of shoot 'em up type of deal. Now you saw him stumble off, but you're not sure where he went exactly. You have a general idea of where he could be.
Alright, I'll keep that in the back of my mind for after I get done with the game with UI.
After I steal your girl.
It's literally not physically possible Dude, it is not physically possible for this to become a love triangle at this point. It is just them.
It's just not there.
It's just Rikter and his harem.
It's just, it can't happen. It's scientifically proven that it can't happen.
Rikter maxed out all the female social links within 5 minutes of joining the school.
So this dude, he fucks. He fucks, dude.
He fucks.
He was a professional dating sim player. Like, he knows what's up.
Doesn't
Alex,
know Peter knows about dating.
you were
Señor.
gonna role play with someone?
Yeah, Alex is going to say nothing happened. She just wanted a water.
Just give me a second. I think I.
Yeah.
You can roll awareness to see if she's lying through her teeth.
Sure.
Just wanted water while she was in the bathroom
Yes.
for a while.
Or Alex is a very.
You can roll. I'll say willpower, Tim,
Mhm.
for Alex.
Does it beat a 22?
That beats a 22.
Alex threatens to break Darien's arm if he keeps asking.
So, Darien can't see past Alex's facade, I suppose.
You
That's
gained the
okay.
facade. Used to
Gain the
camouflage hardships.
facade.
Wait, can or can't?
It's a can.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Yeah, it looks like this is something I should save for another time. I'm probably gonna. Darien's probably not gonna like try and press any further. He's kind of reminded of the fact that like it took a while for him to tell Yue about his dream. So he's probably just gonna give it a bit of time,
Mhm.
and I guess when enough time has passed, probably ask.
Okay. Then that shall be your destiny. Yue will sit down in one of the car seats next to Belle, and the two of them are going to fight each other. It's one of those things where it takes a picture of your face, and it
Yeah.
puts that over the car. Yue like legitimately tries to pose for it, thinking it's a big important thing. Belle, what do you do? Does it just catch like a really bad freeze frame?
No, I just do a really goofy thumbs up.
Epic. Stelly can be seen in the background attempting to do bunny ears, but he's too short to reach you.
Yeah.
Trying to see his face peeking from behind me.
You can see like the top of his head in like the corner of the picture. And you race because you're epic gamers. If you want, you can roll flat d20 and whoever gets the higher number wins.
All right. What'd you get?
What did you get?
Oh.
Wait, what?
19.
Oh! 16.
Dude, I am the
Yue
drift.
just
I am the
stands
drift.
up.
I am the drift master.
Yue stands up, grabs the controls, throws it to the ground, and says, "This is the fault of the patriarchy."
And everyone claps.
And everyone claps.
Where did I read this on Reddit?
Steven comes out of nowhere. Actually,
Oh, God.
You see, you could have won that race if you actually won 3.275 degrees more on this turn.
you see, if your feminine genitals did not hinder your gaming ability, then you would see that
Rising
if you
Phoenix
weren't a
stands above
woman,
him.
you would be able to.
Rising Phoenix stands above him and is like, "Oh, can I finally bring my sexist side into canon? I have a real problem with women."
Rising Phoenix just fist bump.
You have no idea how
You see,
many.
as an epic gamer, I hate women.
You have no idea how many sexist Rising Phoenix jokes we've created a character. Like we have created just the evil Phoenix.
There's like 5 different Rising Phoenixes, dude. You gotta.
There's so many. Right now we're kind of in a
Phoenix,
Phoenix
rise
that's
up.
questioning himself. So Yue will stand up. She will look to you and extend a hand for a shake. An excellent battle. And she shakes Belle's hand. I got to wrap things up here.
Bell's a little bit confused by the formality, but he'll go with it.
Okay,
He's not really used to a lot of formality, just casual shit.
One thing you notice is she's got a tight grip. Now,
Hey.
Oh my god!
If he didn't say something about it, I would have.
Hey, Grip.
I was gonna.
Hey.
That's good.
Hey.
I was just trying to show off how she's formal and strong, and you had that was pure bait. I wanted to see what happened. That was purely for science.
This is the running joke of the session. Zay.
Hey. That's the name of the episode.
Hey!
So, I guess, is there anything else anyone wants to do at Icon's World?
I'm gonna go find Rikter real quick
You're hunting him down. Roll an
'cause I-
awareness check.
because I have that. Yeah, no, I
Yeah, many other players or NPCs want to join in. They can.
Okay.
Yo, Cole. I'm sorry, I got an 8.
Monka. 8, you're pretty
I mean,
awesome.
here's the thing. From my previous one, I already kind of had like a general idea of where he
Yeah,
went.
a general idea, but then there's like 8 different ways to go. You're like, God damn it, where? You're scratching your head, like looking at the park map upside down. Like,
There's like 5 different maps. One says Rikter is here, but it has no clear way to get there because it's on the ceiling.
Oh god,
Rikter
the
on
planes are
ceiling.
back. Claire tries to look around and can't find anything with an 11. Stelly begins his trek and almost finds him, but with a natural 1, he gets sucked into a game just looking at it. It's like a moth to a light. Yue with a 15 will eventually find him.
Oh.
Because of course she will.
That was the dice, and I hate them.
who found me?
Yue.
BBG.
What do you think?
When she finds Rikter, he would
shitless.
be sitting on the ground, notebook to his side open, and he would have been looking like at his hands, and he would be shaking slightly.
She will go up to you and ask what's wrong.
It happened again. You remember the test when I remembered something.
Did you remember something again?
He will give a nod.
What was it? Is this a good thing or a bad thing? I'm really distraught.
I don't know. It was good that I remembered, but I don't want to think about what I could have done.
Yue will not pry, but she will be there, and she'll sit down next to you and attempt to console you.
Like, here, look at this to start, and he will bring up the notebook.
What does it say or show?
It shows what appears to be an entry from what is believed to be Rikter from a long time ago when the event conspired.
This message actually doesn't look that old. Maybe a decade or so?
It still looks fairly well kept.
It looks like they're ink letters, whether it was printed up or maybe written just really neatly or a typewriter, who knows, but very clean, very neat. And the page is well kept.
She'll be like, I didn't write this. It appeared in my book.
Do you have a peculiarity that's tied to the book?
I don't know.
Do you want me to bring you back to the school to the nurse's office?
Maybe. This is a lot to take in. Could you come with me quick? Outside.
Sure.
All right. Rikter will bring. Hey.
You have to sneak that in, dude. It was a
Every
scene.
segment, I swear.
You broke everything.
But he will bring her outside and be like, let's see here. And he will take an apple out of his bag, saying, now, I'm not sure how well I will be at this. He will throw the apple up into the air and then make a hand motion, summoning what appears to be a spectral sniper rifle.
What?
And he will take a shot at the apple midair.
He's got a gun!
Are you somewhere where cameras are?
It's outside of the amusement park.
Okay.
I made sure.
What?
Oh,
that would
Anthony
be
and Amber brothers.
I'll be a
Rikter has a gun.
Rikter's got a gun.
Rikter's got a gun. 17 to hit the apple.
The apple blows up into chunks. The remnants of it say, "Tell my wife and children."
It goes, oh god, first I was a robot, now this. My family, why?
Why would a kind God allow something so cruel? Why? Why?
Rikter's got a gun.
Yue just kind of takes a step back. He was like, "How long have you been able to do that?"
He will be standing there with the spectral snipers thing. About 3 minutes ago, I think.
What time did we get here? Oh, what time did we get here?
I don't know what any of this means. I had a vision or something, a memory. I don't know.
I'm not a doctor by any means, but maybe your peculiarity is one that evolves over time. Maybe you experience new events and you get new abilities?
I guess it makes the most sense. I'm very confused.
Here, Rikter, I'm going to take you back to the school. I'm going to take you back to the nurse's office.
All right.
And she'll say, just wait here for a moment. She'll run back inside. She'll go up to Darien, just tap him on the shoulder and be like, hey, I'm going to take Rikter to the nurse's office. He's not doing well. We're going to head back to the school.
Okay, do you need any help?
No, it should be fun. You guys can keep having fun. Are we still doing... I remember Belle saying something about training. Are we still doing that?
Training?
Imagine training.
Imagine.
Couldn't be me.
Wait, Mason, is Yue also doing the training?
I'm not sure who's doing it.
Oh!
That's the first time I heard about that. I thought it was just you being Stelly.
Yeah, same.
That's the first time that's been brought up to me.
Yeah, it's just those two.
Well, when I was asking what you guys wanted to do, some old birdie mentioned to me Belle wanted to host another training game.
Oh, yeah. Between the normal people who do training.
Okay, no.
No girls allowed.
Fine then.
John, the whole point of that was is that because I didn't know that we were gonna type skip like a month, so every single plan I had kind of got thrown out the window when that happened. Because from my point of view, it was gonna be like,
I'm sorry.
it was gonna be like the test one day, and then the next day was when we came here. So I wouldn't have done training that night, but this night I would have done training.
Oh shit!
But that
I'm
didn't
sorry I
happen.
ruined your plans.
Damn your time skip!
You gotta be like, you gotta give us some heads up before you do time skips, because that's like, that kind of throws out all plans.
You fool!
Aw.
You buffoon!
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay. This just means I read through all the books I checked out from the library.
Yeah, let's go.
We'll eventually make it back.
All big brain.
So I guess you and Yue will make your way back to the school and to the nurse's office.
Mm-hmm.
Around what time is it now?
Oh, I don't know. We'll say around 3, maybe.
I make it there in 5 minutes.
You make it there in 5 minutes. You're at the nurse's office now, and I assume you check up with Paragon.
Yes, but just like as we're getting to the school, Rikter will just look to Yue just for a moment and then just give her a hug. Just
And he gets 6 more memories.
Where do you do this?
Just in front of the school before we go in.
Stiff
like-
as a statue. Blushing green? No, purple. No, blue. No, oh my god, it's transitioning.
Rainbow,
Yeah,
RGB.
He just
Students in the school, I'll look out at them.
The colors on my keyboard. My keyboard are colorful in life.
but yeah, he'll give her a hug and just
Spider
like
senses tingle.
stand there with his hands on her shoulders and just be like, "You didn't have to bring me back, but thank you. It means a lot."
She stutters out a "you're welcome." And she will not let go of the hug. She's just gonna stand there. You're gonna have to be the one to let go.
I'm gonna roll something.
My god.
Rikter just says, "Hey."
Hey.
It's to see who does he bank on ending the initiation, him or Yue?
Rising Phoenix comes out of nowhere.
I
What
bought a
are
new
you
dress.
No, Mr. Touchy. You feel Mr. Touchy's fingers start wrapping around you.
Oh,
Ah!
oh god.
On a roll of the die, Rikter waits for Yue to finish the hug.
You feel something tickling your neck.
She's held this position for maybe 2.5 minutes until she kind of realizes what's happening and then just breaks off and apologizes and tries to rush you to the nurse's office.
Why? He hugged her without
Consent.
Dude, like,
Come on, dude.
wow,
was very
wow,
good.
Rick, you really gonna make her apologize for you hugging with consent?
Like, no, don't.
Richter's that kind of guy, dude.
Yeah,
I
obviously.
fucking knew it.
I don't like this guy, dude. What an asshole.
Oh, just like no need to apologize. It seemed necessary to thank you somehow.
All of a sudden, from out of nowhere, you're under arrest for spreading cooties.
Fuck! And he unlocks 18 more memories.
Beautiful.
How much money did Rikter's hugs cost?
Oh my!
So Yue will take you there. She'll drop you at the nurse's office.
Yep.
Paragon will be like, "Oh, well, if it isn't my regular customer, how are you today?"
It happened again.
Really?
Oh god damn it, boy! I'm trying to be I'm busy right now. I can't really deal with that shit.
Stop, what we got?
I'm just over here eating these blubber nuggets.
These blubber
They're chewy. You want some? Yue fucking vomits.
So he will stand up and he will kind of just page the phone and be like, "Renew, can you just handle the rest of this for me?" And just close it. And he'll sit down on the bed and he'll kind of pat the seat next to him.
Mom,
At
sit
this
next
point-
to me.
At this point, he has a label right over the bed that says "reserved for Rikter." And Yue will just kind of awkwardly just sit down in one of the waiting chairs.
Yeah, hold notice, mate. I don't know how to feel about this.
It's just a sticky note.
He'll start rubbing his hand up and down the bed. Why don't you come have a seat right over here?
Oh my.
So Paragon will basically look to you and be like, "So what do you remember this time, kiddo?"
It was, I think, a winter. It was cold, and there was another man. He had weapons, military uniform, and was, I think, Russian.
Interesting. Raising an
it's-
eyebrow.
I think we knew each other, or there was a connection. And then this popped up in my notebook, and he will bring out the book and show him the log that is now in there.
He reads it.
I didn't write this. It just I remembered and looked in, and it was there. It happened beforehand, too. It's a little farther this way. And he will flip to the page where the pirate's life also left a memory of some sort.
Huh. Paragon will stand up. He'll pat you on the back. He'll walk over to his computer. He'll sit down, and he goes into his email, and he starts to compose an email. You can't really read it from where you are, but eventually he sends it and says, I just sent an email to one of my colleagues. They study peculiarities. I'm starting to think that maybe this is something a bit bigger than just amnesia. So, I will get back to you with time when we can have a meeting and they can examine you and maybe try and understand what your powers are and see maybe if they're affecting some of this.
Right. Okay. Thank you for everything.
No problem. How about you, little miss? You all right? And looks over to Yue. She just nods. All right. Well, enjoy your weekend, and just try and take it easy.
Right.
What do you do now, Rikter? Eisenhower.
Eisenhower?
That's your last name now.
Rikter Eisenhower, the fourth of the Great Regime Brigade.
Amazing.
I'm reading Colin's comments. He's leaving in the group chat, and it makes me laugh.
The group chat.
It makes me do a hee and a ho and a ha.
Alright.
And a foo.
I guess since we've been going on for quite a little bit, and since we're not going to do that training thing, I guess I will ask you all, how do you finish up your night?
I guess.
I'd say we just head back to the school.
Okay.
Yeah. I have one thing. I want to check up on Rikter, like, once we get back.
Sure. Go for it. Oh, I hate my chair.
Yep. Before I go into my room, Rikter would open the door, just stop and look to Yue, like, I don't know what it is, but you're very comforting. I can't really place a finger on it.
Good job with the dice.
I just hear
That was the sound of her head falling on the ground if you needed any context.
That's her response. That was her response.
So she's just going to nod very violently with a big smile.
Could she roll me an awareness check quick?
Natural 19. I don't think I have to add her bonus.
All right. She would notice that on Rikter's neck there seems to be a skin outline or a mark of some sort.
Gave him a hickey?
Small and potentially bullet-shaped. It is not bleeding. It seems to have healed, but the mark is there.
Okay. Let me... Okay. Yue... Well, yes, she does notice it. She's not going to address it.
Okay.
She's going to slink off. And wish you a good night. Even though it's still quite a few hours in the day. So... Colin.
Yeah.
Said you wanted to do something.
Check
up on Rikter, the main man.
Everybody wants a piece of Rikter.
I know, right?
Checking on his wife's boyfriend.
Yeah, sure. You knock on the door. Rikter will answer. Sorry about that.
Yeah, it's fine.
How are you?
I'm good. So, are you Are you holding up okay?
Yeah, it was, it's just been weird lately.
Weird. Yeah, Yue was really worried. So I don't know. I just wanted to make sure things are all right.
Oh, well, thank you for checking in. I'll be alright. Just some rest will probably help, I'm sure.
Yeah. John,
Mm.
does Darien notice the mark?
Roll an
Roll
awareness
awareness.
check.
Dirty 20.
Yeah, you notice.
Oh, shit.
Hmm.
Yo, check your neck.
What do you mean?
There's something there. He kind of like points to where it is on his neck.
He will start feeling around his neck until he feels the mark. Huh. Strange.
It kind of looks like, I don't know, like a sealed up wound or something.
Rikter,
Hmm.
roll another awareness check.
Yes, Grandmaster Theos.
Oh yeah, baby. What'd you get?
Oh, did you say something? You cut out.
Awareness.
Oh,
Oh,
I wanted you to roll awareness.
okay. 21.
As you're kind of feeling around your body, you're a little more aware to everything that's on it, and you kind of feel a little bit of a sensation on, what would you say, your side?
Left side by
Left
the
side.
ribs.
You want to check that?
Yeah, he'll like get a confused look, feel his side, and then lift up his shirt to look.
Oh shit, dude, you're so bad. So fit, man. No.
On his left, by the ribs, there is a very large wound that has also seemed to heal over. It's very, very large.
Roundish.
About the size of a bowling ball or so, maybe a little smaller. And it seems to have passed through. It has also healed over.
Jesus.
Oh dear.
Okay, from your reaction, these are new.
Very, very new. Touch around it just to check it because he is looking just as confused as you are.
Yeah. Darian's kind of like fiddling with the hole in his sweatshirt as he's looking at them. And he seems I guess a little in thought about all of this. Sort of trying to understand how that happened.
Well, seems I've got some more things to read on.
Rikter, tell me what's up. I'm a bit worried.
He'll like give like a quick second of a smile, let out like a quick chuckle. He'll be like, frankly, I'm not too sure. He'll look up towards you.
The best thing that works is trying to explain it, and eventually you'll get there. I don't know, just if you need someone to vent to.
Sure. And then you see like he's quickly looking over the rest of his body to see if any other marks have appeared.
Hang on. How in depth are you looking?
Considering how we're in the doorway, and it'd be just strange if Rikter started just undressing. It would just be like a quick glance at body parts at the moment.
Then you won't see it. So everything seems fine.
Like, yeah, this is new. I guess it's a good thing you stopped in. I don't think I'd notice.
Does it hurt anywhere?
No. It's just feels natural.
Anything
Okay.
else Darren may say?
Well, I guess he did ask if Rikter wanted to try and explain or try and like figure out the words to describe this.
The wounds themselves, Rikter doesn't really have an explanation for. He is also very confused as to how they got there, seeing how he hasn't taken injuries that would match that in recent times. And then he would attempt to do his best to describe these visions or potential memories he has had.
John.
Yeah, what's up?
When Darien
I can
hears
hear
this,
your smile.
yeah, when Darien hears this, he's like, "Shit, you too?"
What do you mean to?
Okay, well, it's a very different nature of, I don't know, these old marks and everything. John, can Darien try and like assess the nature of these wounds? Like, sort of guess where they came from?
I mean, yeah, you can certainly guess.
Yeah. I guess rather I'll turn the question to he kind of, as he says the shit you two and everything, he kind of like backs off and doesn't really go into it deeper, but he kind of changes the topic of, hey Rikter, you should probably check the nature of those wounds. Like maybe trying to figure out how you got them or like what kind of wounds they are would probably help you. You should like maybe get a Paragon to check them out or something.
Yeah, I've been down there a bit.
Yeah.
I'll give him a little bit of time. I'd like to look first.
Yeah. Darien's mulling over something very seriously as he's like he fiddles with his a hole in his sweatshirt, like I guess more furiously. There's obviously something big that he's considering whether or not to say.
Rikter will look to him, noticing. Is something on your mind? You seem uneasy.
Yeah. I don't know how much I want to say. I'm still trying to figure this out on my own, but man, I guess my own words come back to me. Try to explain it till you understand what words. Anyways, I know it sounds like there's more to your story as well. I don't want to hold you up anymore, but can we arrange a time to sit down and talk about this? You've been doing you said something about books. You're doing research.
I've been reading out a lot. Just trying to catch up with the times, to say the least.
Yeah. You can probably just use the internet at that point. It's kind of like an infinite library of books and everything. You have to. Wait. Okay. So has Darien? How much do you think Rikter has learned from Darien's tutoring on how to use computers?
I imagine he would have had a decent amount. He would have a basic knowledge of how to work a computer.
Yeah.
He might struggle, but he's got an idea.
Yeah. Darien recommends some databases that he just remembers from like school.
Right. Yeah, I'll have to look into these. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Can I get your number so we can probably arrange a time at some point?
He'll like be with a bit of a confused look. He's like, "Oh, right, those. I don't actually have a phone. Is it cell phone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, that's fine.
I tend to be easy to find. Actually, I think Steven! And he'll call back, and Steven is like just behind Rikter at a desk, and there's like 4 different books open.
Yes.
Like
What do you need?
multitask sifting through all of them. Like, could Darien get your number in case he needs to contact me?
I thought I already gave it to you, but
I wasn't sure.
I assume I could make a exception.
Oh yeah, Darien notices Steven. He's like, "Oh yeah, the arcade is kind of shit here. I'm sorry."
Darn.
They've got an initial D racing game though, and in DDR. But
This is instantly better.
He walks over.
Instantly better.
He holds out his phone to Darien and he says to put your number in.
yeah, sure. Oh, I mean, okay, I guess that means that Darien hasn't had Steven's contact info. That makes sense. All right, so yeah, he puts in his number.
He texts you. Now you have his number. Says, "Dear Mr. Marcus, it is I, Stephen Smith."
Darien just has the biggest grin on his face.
He says,
There. Now you should be able to contact me and wait, why do you want this?
Because Rikter doesn't have a phone.
Just because.
What?
he just takes a step back.
I assume you want to use my phone.
Just in case he contacts you, it makes everything a little easier.
Oh wait, 1 sec. That would probably not work. Steven probably doesn't want you touching it.
No, as long as you wear gloves and a mask. I'm sure it's fine.
All right.
For the most part, it's just in case something comes up and he needs me, so he can just let you know. Since we're here.
Yes. Very good. Very good.
Sits back down at the desk.
Yeah. I mean, I am gonna try to find the words to explain just what I'm feeling, but
Right.
anyways, I guess I've got my own research. It's more personal, but if you can put our heads together, we can probably figure this out.
I hope so. Have a good night, Darien.
Yeah, you too, man.
Rikter will shut him out, close the door, and then Rikter will just be like, just don't knock for a bit. And he will go into the bathroom, locking the door, and immediately just start ripping through to see if there's any other marks.
Before I reveal,
Oh my god!
just confirming, Alex and Belle, you didn't have anything you wanted to do? You were all content? Just headed back?
Yeah.
Okay. So, Rikter, you go into the bathroom, you lock the door behind you, you take off your clothes, and you look in the mirror, and you see in the middle of your chest, right above where your heart would be, it almost looks as though someone had burned the silhouette of a hammer into your skin, on your skin. And it is healed. It's not hot, not anything like that, but it almost looks like you were branded.
He will put his right hand over his mark that is now apparent, and something will happen.
What's going to happen?
I will DM because stuff and thing.
D to the M to the D to the M.
Okay.
Yep. See what I'm saying here? Yeah.
So, as you place your hand on it,
Yep.
a disembodied voice. Feels like it's from the back of your head, but even if you were to turn around, it feels like it's behind you again. That you will never be able to look at this. But you do see the hand of someone rest on your shoulder. The skin is not normal, as it appears to actually look like the cosmos, constantly moving with inside the shape of a hand. And there seems to be a nice suit on it. And it whispers into your ear, 2 of them are coming. And that's it.
Yeah, Rikter would just attempt to respond. Just
The hand slides off your shoulder. You turn around. There's
Who was?
no one.
What's happening? Steven would probably.
I was gonna say, Steven knocks on the door. Is like, dude, are you all right?
I don't know. Give me a moment.
All right, fine. Don't need to get toxic. And walks over.
The culmination of this session.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Richter's like looking into the mirror, like just yelling these questions, essentially, waiting for a response.
Roll awareness.
19.
You didn't hear it directly at first, but now you can kind of hear as you're trying to listen for something, anything. As the hand slinked away, you could hear the distant sound of a ticking noise as it slowly faded into the distance. Then silence.
Oh shit.
Rikter at that point.
Like a clock.
Yep. At that point, not hearing any answers, I think he would just be frustrated. Like, damn it! And then he'll just like hit the glass, causing it to crack.
Okay,
Maybe-
yeah.
Maybe break. I don't know.
I'll say you spider web it. You punch it, you spider web it. Your hands are bleeding a little bit. Rather, your knuckles.
Bleeding, you say?
Oh my god. No, 1 per day. 1 per day. Don't even think about it. Oh yeah. I know what you're texting me. No. 1 per day. That's my limit.
I'm sad, but okay.
He's sad.
It makes sense.
So,
Yeah,
considering how
most people
much time there is,
go on.
Huh?
considering how long the session is going on, Rikter, do you want to say any final words?
Just that for the most part, a good chunk of people in the hallway would most likely hear the hit from Rikter, and most likely him yelling, "Damn it!" And then Rikter would just sit in the bathroom for a couple of hours.
And
Just
sit
contemplate.
in the bathroom.
Yeah.
He shall.
Just not to prolong this, Darien does not hear this.
Yeah, no, none of you are gonna hear it.
Yeah, but he does
And,
take another phone out of his pocket.
He takes 12 psychic damage.
And with that, we're gonna end it there.